Welcome everyone to the Clear Life Media Game of the Week. As the number 5 Hitchcock Bulldogs, standing at 6-1, will host the number 1 Columbus Cardinals. We got a barn burner today, man.
This is probably the biggest game that Clear Life has broadcasted in 3-year history. You've got two top 5 teams in the same district. The winner is going to have a head start on winning district, and we are just moments away from kickoff as we see the team captains for Hitchcock, number 8 Kelshawn Johnson, number 9 Lloyd Jones, number 44 Malcolm Simpson, and number 75 Alvin Rubin.
You'll wait to see. It looks like Hitchcock will be kicking off to Columbus to start our game off.
And for Hitchcock, their captains are John Schobel, number 4, number 12, Anthony Shorter, and number 21, Xavier Woods.
And folks, top 5 matchup in the state, Division III. It's about as good as it gets, folks. You can only see it here at Clear Life.
Shout us out. Let us know where you're watching. This one is going to be a barn burner. If you're expecting a defensive struggle, you're going to be highly disappointed because Columbus comes in averaging 59 points per game, and Hitchcock, they average around 49. So we might be here a bit.
Nothing wrong with that. I tell you, I'm an old school football fan. I love my defense, but I'm also an
fans are all, pretty strong attendance, obviously from Hitchcock, but the number 39, Adrian Flores, back deep for Columbus. Number 2, Camden Pitchford, looking to see the other guy, and that is number 11. That is going to be Braylon Fisher. And we are just moments away from kickoff and set. Winner take all matchup here in Class 3A, and we are underway. A high kickoff that is going to be fielded by Fisher at around the 20, cuts 25, 30, and he is going to be finally brought down by a host of Bulldogs at around the 32-yard line, and that is where Columbus and their TCU-bound quarterback, Adam Schobel, will start the game.
I tell you, last time Clear Life Media was in Hitchcock, they were upset by the LSSS team. And I tell you what, man, that was a barn burner. That's probably the best, most exciting game we've called all season. So if this game can be anything like that with the stakes, this could probably be the biggest game we've called in, like you said, the 3-year history of Clear Life Media.
Oh, without a question, this is going to be a wild one. Pistol formation for Columbus on the first play. Schobel looking to get everyone in position. As man in motion is John Schobel. Little family up there, high snap. He will toss it to Grayson Rigdon, and Rigdon is going to get around to the 39-yard line, short up the 40. So right out of the bat, it is a gain of 7 and a 2nd and 3 coming up for Columbus at their own 39-yard line.
Yeah, very simple old school football here for the Cardinals. Just put more men to a side than the other team has. Picking up 7 yards a run to start out, that's a great way to play football. Just pick up 6 yards a carry. All you need is 4 really, but picking up anything more than that, you're striking gold early.
Hitchcock got torn up by Columbus last year on the ground, nearly 400 yards of offense, and on this one, busted play, and the ball is Marcus Blackman with the recovery. The game's first swing belongs to Hitchcock.
Man, oh man, you talk about getting the ball early, but you talk about getting a turnover early. That is a play up, knocking the ball loose. That's about as clean a hit as you can get, Brandon. Forcing the fumble, getting the recovery. Hitchcock will take some early momentum here if they can score on this drive.
10 for the Bulldogs. Lloyd Jones Jr., Lloyd Jones III, the Texas Tech-bound quarterback, has a 4 wide receiver set, trips to the near side, has a man in motion, and that is going to be Bruton. Jones back, looking, strike, Cole Fisher, and with 1 minute off the clock here in this game, Hitchcock has struck early.
You talk about hitting early on defense. You talk about hitting early on offense. A beautiful setup play there. A beautiful call by Craig Smith. You managed to motion out that receiver, get him moving to the side. It makes that defense follow that motion, and it just splits those safeties, splits that cover 2 look, and opens up a man all the way to the end zone. Bulldogs up, about to be 7-0.
Set for the up, kick up, and it is going to be no good. And remember the last time we saw Flores, he missed the field goal that could have won the game for them against Legacy. Nonetheless, Hitchcock strikes first. 32-yard touchdown pass. Lloyd Jones to Cole Fisher. It's 6-0 Hitchcock on the Clear Life Media Game of the Week.
My name's Thomas with Garcia's Detailing, and we're out here at Clear Life Media in League City, Texas, and we're about to be working on this Sierra HD 2500. We're going to be doing a 2-stage paint correction. We're going to be laying down our ceramic System X. We're going to be doing a 5-year warranty for these guys. This truck's going to shine like never before with the hands of Garcia's Detailing, because when you put love into the art, it shows.
And high-tech instruments and equipment used in automated systems that are critical to the operation of chemical plants, petrochemical refineries, air and water treatment facilities, and more.
I really enjoyed it.
Welcome back, folks. As you see the kickoff here, Hitchcock about the 36, 37-yard line on that return.
Good return by Braylon Fisher as the Cardinals will look to try to strike back after losing the football in the game's second play and then giving up a 32-yard touchdown pass. Jones to Fisher to start this game off. Already we've got nearly 200 people on our live chat. Add it on, spread the word. This is where the game is going to be tonight.
Yeah, no doubt. And I'll tell you, I got to believe Coach Aaron Schobel got in the ears of those offensive linemen. You cannot let a running back take a hit as soon as the ball is touched. It was jailbreak on the previous possession.
Rigdon goes in motion. They will swing it out to him on first down. Tries to turn the corner, does get around maybe a yard, if that. See where they'll spot him at. Looks like they'll spot him at the 39-yard line. So they will give him credit for 1 yard. So 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that's a lot of running. You motion all the way across the field, all 60-something yards just to pick up a yard. I tell you what, good movement there by the Bulldogs to maintain that space. Don't let anyone get outside. Make that just a 1 yard play.
2nd down and 9 coming up. Pistol formation for the Cardinals. 3 wide receivers set, man in slot. At around the 39-yard line, high snap. It will be Schobel, pumps it. Looks, has pressure, looking, evades 1 man, evades 2, breaks a tackle, gets to the 40, gets close to a first down. And this is why this young man is a 4-star quarterback, the number 2 quarterback in the state of Texas, and a scramble that gets them close to a first down.
I tell you, Brendan, I think he did just about everything except throw the ball on that play. Faked the play action, went to his right, pump fake, moved back to his left, hit the scramble, and picked up about 5-6 yards. He's got him in a very short 3rd down now instead of a long 3rd. That's a big play right there that could pay dividends on this drive.
3rd down and 4 at the 45-yard line. Bunch formation as Rigdon goes in motion. High snap again, and it'll be Rigdon. And Rigdon is not going to get anywhere near the first down as a swarm of black all over him, led by number 54, DeMarcus Blackman.
I tell you what, man, that so far the Hitchcock defense has been swarming. The only play we've seen really have success, there was the one early run that kind of got outside and had more blockers on one side than the defense had. And then you had the Lloyd Jones kind of scramble for dear life where he picked up the yardage. But so far early on, this Hitchcock defense has been aggressive and dominant, and anything up the gut is getting punched. But we're about to get a gut check right here because it's a 4th down attempt.
4th down and 4. 3 wide set for the Cardinals. Bulldogs show blitz. Schobel tosses it, and it's going to be lengthened first down. Rigdon able to get past one defender, got past midfield, and he is going to move the chains for Columbus. Very ice-cold water in the veins of the Columbus Cardinals as they show no fear on a 4th and 4.
Defense is all about reaction. The head follows the football, not the defender. Ball, not the defender. So he can collide with the wide receiver all he wants as long as he's looking and playing that ball. Well-played football there by DeJohn Anderson.
2nd down and 10 coming up for the Cardinals. Again, they will go at their base 3 wide receiver set. Rigdon in the backfield with Schobel. Schobel back, looks, pumps, has pressure. He's going to throw this one up, and this ball is going to be caught. A great reception by Rigdon with a man draped all over him. He had Kelshawn Johnson draped all over him, but somehow made the reception and moves the chains for Columbus.
I tell you what, that's just man beating man right there. You throw the ball up to your receiver and hope they're a better football player at this play than the defensive back, and well-played ball there by the receiver. My goodness. Put the ball up and hope your man is better.
1st and 10 after the 12-yard gain, spotted at the Hitchcock 36-yard line. 8:41 and counting here in the first quarter. Bulldogs up 6-0, but the Cardinals threatening the drive. 5. They've got a bunch formation to the near side. They will move Rigdon in motion. And a handoff to Rigdon, and actually that's going to come back. There was a Columbus player that jumped, hesitated too early. False start, and that's going to push them back 5.
And that's a killer right there, because I actually think they had a well set up play, motioning that receiver out to the side like you're going to run that sweep again, and then having him counter back the opposite way to where there were no defenders. That was a well set up play. Unfortunately, the false start, penalties will kill football teams. They'll kill drives. So we got to see if Columbus can dig out of this hole they have early on in this first down.
1st and 15, ball now at the 41-yard line. It will go again with 3 wide receivers. Number 2, Pitchford, is in the slot to the near side. They'll move Rigdon over to the far side, as it will be a handoff to him, and he bounces off one tackle, gets past the 40 to around maybe the 38-yard line, so he'll pick up 3 yards on that play.
And I got to believe that's what Hitchcock is hoping that Columbus continues to attempt, is run right in the gut, right in the heart of that black sea of Bulldogs jerseys, and that's exactly what he ran into and got drowned. Every time they've tried to run between the tackles, so far Hitchcock is winning that fight.
Well, you're going to win a lot of fights when you've got Blackman, all 325 pounds of him, standing in the middle of that football field. They'll move the trips formation now, still to the near side on 2nd down and 12. Man goes in motion, high snap for Schauble. Schauble steps up, throws. The ball is incomplete. He threw a heater intended for Fisher, and it falls incomplete.
And I tell you what, you know a ball was a laser beam when it goes that ball in there.
Up 3rd and 12 at the 38 of Hitchcock, 7:38 to go first quarter. Shotgun, back to throw is Schauble. Steps up, looks, throws. Wide open man. Ball is caught at the 20. He'll cut back past the 20 to around the 18-yard line. And that reception is made by Camden Pitchford, the senior slot back. On 3rd down and 12, they get a huge gain and move the chains. They're going to spot this ball inside the 20, right at the 19-yard line. So a gain of 19 on that play.
I tell you what, excellent job there by the offensive line as well to buy time to find that open receiver. That play took a bit to develop, but the receiver was open. Good completion, big yard. Columbus back on the move.
1st and 10 for the Cardinals. Empty backfield facing them with 7:09 to go in the first quarter. Schauble back, looks, throws. Ball is a nice grab. One-handed reception made by Rigdon. And Rigdon will move the ball to around the 15-yard line, gain up 4. Excellent reception, makes it 2nd and 6.
Yeah, about the prettiest 5-yard reception you'll ever see right there. My goodness, just reaching up and snatching it down, Moss-like with one hand.
2nd down, 6 at the 15-yard line of Hitchcock. This drive started at their own 38-yard line. They converted a 4th down and a 3rd down here on this drive. They'll send the man in motion as Schauble will roll out, looking, looks for someone, decides to take off with it himself, throws it, ball tipped, and that was dangerous. He threw the ball at the last second, saw that he had Pitchford, goes off his hands, and there were a couple of Hitchcock defenders that could have caught that ball.
Yeah, absolutely, and great job. Good discipline by those Hitchcock defenders as well. They followed Lloyd Jones over to the side, they followed Schauble over to the side. They made sure they stayed in front of their man so he couldn't pick up any yards on the scramble. And the defensive backs didn't come up and try to play the run as well. They stuck to their receivers and made sure that no one was going to wind up getting open on the scramble. So great defensive play there by Hitchcock.
3rd down coming up, 3rd and 6. They need the 9-yard line for a 1st down. Looking, throws the ball. He's just going to throw that one away. Hitchcock got excellent penetration off the get-go and forced Schauble into an incomplete.
Very fortunate that end was a little bit slower than he was hoping because he broke around the side. The throwaway right there is it looks like Columbus will be going for it.
They will go here on 4th down and 6. They converted a 4th down earlier on this drive. 3 receivers set. Pitchfork in the slot. Back to throw, Schauble looking, steps up, throws, has a man, ball is caught. He knew exactly who he was looking for, Rigdon, and he came through with another big reception.
Yeah, absolutely, and The defensive back was playing off of Rigdon right there. He was not close up. That's why you saw him able to move up and try to make that play and knock the ball loose. But Rigdon actually put his body between the defender and the ball to make sure he secured the catch. And it looks like, unfortunately, he is down. We're going to pay the price for that catch. We'll take a quick commercial break with that. We'll be right back here with the Clear Life Media Game of the Week.
This is Gardy with Clear Life. We're opening 3 spots for new broadcast sponsors, starting at only $300 a month. Fight broadcasts, high school sports, podcasts, community stories, and updates. Drop a comment or send an email to info@clearlifemedia.com. This is Gardy with Clear Life. We're opening 3 spots for new broadcast sponsors, starting at...
Welcome back, folks. Clear Life Media Game of the Week. Rigdon able to walk off the field under his own power. And now, first and goal here for the Columbus Cardinals. What a drive so far.
6:39 to go, first quarter, as they now time out. And looks like it's a timeout by Dick by Game of the Week.
All right, folks, here we go. Back on the goal line here. Columbus going to look on first and goal. See if they can take the lead in this ball game.
Number 7, Sean Sutton, sophomore, in to replace Rigdon. Pitchfork goes in motion, and that's going to be a false start. Number 61, Christopher Quinn, a bit too early, and that's going to cost them 5.
I tell you, all this motion did not hinder Columbus the first time. They were able to still pick up that yardage. The good news is you still have first and goal. Opens that playbook up just a little bit more.
14th play up the drive coming up for Columbus as Shelby pulled him off long enough to throw the ball away.
I tell you what, Hitchcock's front 7 is bringing the heat on this. Almost every play, there's been some sort of penetration, some sort of getting into the backfield of a defender. Every single play, they're getting pressure on Schobel. They're attacking the run. They're playing aggressive football. If you ask me, I think Columbus needs to do something, maybe set up a screen, do something to move those perimeters, move over to the side, and make those defenders start to second-guess themselves. Down here, you've got second down. The playbook is open. You can take some shots if you want to run some of those plays to get those defenders not running just straight end zone to end zone.
And it looks like Columbus is going to take a timeout themselves. 6 minutes, 32 seconds to go in the first half. First quarter, we're still 6-0 Hitchcock over Columbus on the Clear Life Media Game of the Week.
Thank you, Ryan Massa Realtor, for sponsoring the Game of the Week on Clear Life Media. Ryan is a realtor specializing in first-time home buyers and relocations to the Texas Gulf Coast region. Finding your tomorrow home today. Learn more on Facebook at Massa Realtor. Thank you, Ryan Massa Realtor.
It's AJ with Hippie Fertilizing. We are here to help fix your lawn. Does it currently look brown, dead, dry, patchy? We'll call it Hippie. We can help turn it around. And one of the best ways to do that is with our Hippie Juice Plus application to revitalize your soil, your turf, and help give you a lush green lawn you're looking for. Please fill out our contact form at hippiefertilizing.com because nobody knows grass like a hippie. Peace.
All right, folks, here we go. Second and goal here for Columbus, looking to tie this ball game up.
Sutton in the backfield with Schobel. Pitchfork goes in motion. High snap, back to throw. Schobel has pressure, looks, throws downfield. That ball is knocked away. Excellent coverage by the Bulldogs. And it looked like that was number 1, Everett Lacey, that was there on the stop.
Now, tell you what, there are Bulldogs flying all over the field. You were just seeing black jerseys everywhere. It seems like the receiver is getting hit just as the ball get there, but it's coming from a quarterback that was getting chased down in the backfield. And actually on the previous play, Hitchcock's sideline, Coach Craig Smith was calling for the intentional grounding, but did not get it. I think they said that, Schobel might have gotten out of the pocket, but it's a lot of pressure and chaos right now for this offense.
Rigdon back on the field for Columbus on the 3rd and goal from the 11-yard line. Schobel drops back, play action, steps up, throws, and the ball is dropped. John Schobel had the ball in his hands, started looking toward the end zone, but could not hold on to it. So it's an incompletion. It looks like they're going to bring the field goal unit. No, it looks like they may go here.
I tell you what,
they will bring the field goal unit.
The cornerback came on the blitz that time to force the fast throw. And then as well, earlier we saw that Hitchcock was able to put a receiver onto the sideline with one of those hits. You're getting a lot of physicality from this defense early, and I think it's really affecting Columbus's offense as we see the kick here.
Kick is going to be up, and the kick is no good. Number 15, Jesus Mendoza, attempting a field goal of 28 yards. He hooked it, and the Bulldogs, who are on the field for a better part of 5 minutes, were able to keep Columbus off the scoreboard. So here's a huge opportunity here, Clay, for the Bulldogs to extend a 6-0 lead.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Obviously, they got a long field to go, but they saw they have quick strike capability on that first drive. One play, one score after one big defensive play on the other end of the ball. Hitchcock right now, the most important thing, we talk about it every week, is momentum. How are you handling the momentum? And I feel like Hitchcock so far has it in droves. We'll see if they carry it now onto this offensive drive, as this will be the first time tonight they've had a real, authentic, full field drive that they have to make up.
Only their second play from scrimmage, as Jones is going to be empty. Gets the snap, dropped by Schobel and number 13, Raylan Carruthers.
Yeah, and this is what I was saying I'd like to see Columbus do on the other side of the ball, those quick screens to just make the defenders turn their head and follow the football. Now all of a sudden you start to set things up. It makes the defenders second guess how quickly that ball is going to be outside of those tackles.
2nd down and 3 coming up for Hitchcock. Jones again, empty backfield. He will have a man in motion. That is Bruton, and it'll be a handoff to Bruton. And Bruton's got enough for a first down and a little bit more as he gets the ball to around the 36-yard line, pickup of around 9.
And Brandon, I believe Columbus is in a nickel set here. Trying to double-check, see how they line up, but I believe they have 4 down linemen and 2 backers. That means if you can manage to get a block on the perimeters, you're playing your run game there against cornerbacks. That could actually, let's see how they line up. I believe so, yes. So honestly, the run game could be open here.
Oh, look and see on 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line, man in motion, and it'll be a hand fake at 2 Dotson. Ball is going to be caught. Reception is made at around the 44-yard line. That is Kelshawn Johnson's first catch of the night.
I believe it might actually be the 4-3, so they'll have 4 down linemen and 3 linebackers. That's more of a typical, old school football set, but you can still get those pass plays out on the perimeter. That would be something to watch for. That's where they're really having the success so far. They're managing to get those little screen plays out and just pick up 4, 5, 6 yards a carry.
And a 2nd and 3 coming up. Favorable 2nd down situation again for Hitchcock with 5:04 to go here in the first quarter. Bruton calls the fake as Jones tries to turn a corner, and he does. He is just too big, too strong, as he is close enough and does have a first down. Needed 3, got 4, as they will move the chains.
Tell you, and that's really all you need, about 4 yards a carry. 4 yards a carry, folks, is enough to win any football game. You will pick up first downs, trust me. As we're seeing here,
give him 6 on that one. So a 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line. 4:45 to go first quarter. Again, they're going with the empty backfield set. Jones back again, quick catch to Johnson, and Johnson's going to bull past the defender and gets the ball past the 45. They're going to say he was out of bounds at around the 44-yard line.
I tell you, they're trusting their receivers to make the blocks on the outside. They're trusting them in one-on-one blocks on the perimeter as opposed to having to go through all those defensive linemen and all of those linebackers in the middle. You just trust one man to make one block and see if you can pick up some yardage. And I got to believe eventually that's going to open up that deep shot. You pump fake to that screen, and now the man goes deep.
Bruton goes in motion. It's his carry, and he slips. Keeps his balance. How the heck did he do that? He's got a first down and more. Still going. Breaks a tackle. And out of bounds at around the 31-yard line. They want a flag late as Bruton was hit late and took out a photographer in the process. Fans certainly want a flag down, and that isn't good because Bruton is in pain.
I tell you what, man, they are letting them play football, hook or crook. Hate to say it that way, but you late hits, you're seeing defenders get there as the ball does on the other side. I mean, they're letting them play, man. That's one thing. At least the officials they'll call it equally on both sides, so we're seeing that here.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. The photographer is up and okay. Not quite the same for Bruton as he is going to the sideline. He is on the sidelines. They're going to look at his ankle. 1st and 10 for Hitchcock. It's going to be a toss. Turns the corner, and he actually stepped out. Nope, fell on the knee.
Slipped that time.
Slipped. Terrell Allen with his first touch of the night. Slipped at the 35-yard line, so he ends up losing 4.
Yeah, and he wanted to have the same change of direction we saw in the previous play. You just kind of believe that your change of direction and speed will hit the perimeter faster, but no go on that one. It actually bites them in the neck. They wind up with a long second down to deal with now. 2nd
down and 14 at the 35-yard line of Columbus. 3:22 to go in the first quarter. Still 6-0 Hitchcock. Jones, empty backfield, drops back in the pocket, steps, throws, has a man, ball is caught, first down and a heck of a lot more as that reception made. Looks like that was David Howard, with the catch, and they will move the chains inside the 20. Looks like they're going to spot the ball at around the 18-yard line. So a gain of 17 on that one.
I tell you, precision accuracy by Lloyd Jones III right there. There's 3 defenders in the area. If that ball goes left, right, or high, that could be an interception. But hit in the numbers, a perfectly accurate pass gets a long second down converted to a first down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line, 2:49 to go here in the first quarter. Bulldogs up 6-0, looking for more. Again, an empty backfield as Jones drops. Quick hitter to Howard. Howard's going to break a couple of tackles, but dragged out of bounds past the 15, around the 14-yard line. Tackle made there by Carruthers, but it's still a gain of around 5.
Yeah, absolutely. And it seems like now Columbus is moving up to try to stop some of those screens. And again, you might be in a short field position here, so you might actually want to keep it in the back pocket. But watch for the fake screen and then for the receiver to cut out and go deep. You could set this up very well, but we'll see if Hitchcock has it in the playbook.
2nd and 7, actually, a gain of 3 at the 15 of Columbus. Jones and flag down, and Howard jumped a bit too soon. False start. That's going to take the Bulldogs back a little further.
Yeah, we talk about it. Penalties can kill drives. We just saw it on the other side as it kept backing Columbus up. And now here, again, backing Hitchcock up. And now the good news is Hitchcock at least has the lead here. And they have a little bit of wiggle room, so a field goal puts them up by 2 scores. But with that being said, you do not want penalties. These are the things that as the game plays on, if this becomes a close game late, these are the things you look back on as a coach and say the little mistakes that we made early in the first, this is what cost us that.
And good news for the Bulldogs as Chase Bruton has his helmet back on. Looks like he will be back on the field on the next play. 2nd down and 12 for Hitchcock at the 20-yard line. And he stoppage of play and a timeout. Hitchcock's used up 2 of their timeouts early. 1:33 to go here in the first quarter. It is Hitchcock 6, Columbus nothing on the Clear Life Media game.
Where you can explore endless possibilities. Immerse yourself in our beautiful campus where innovation meets inspiration at every turn. Worried about paying for college? Galveston College is one of the most affordable colleges in Texas. Located near the beach, you can enjoy the best of both worlds. Quality education and fun in the sun. So what are you waiting for? Register now at gc.edu and start building your tomorrow at Galveston College. Are you ready to take charge?
Welcome back, folks. Clear Life Media Game of the Week. We are in the midst of Hitchcock timeout. They're trying to get just the right play as they have a second and about 12 here, second about 12 or 13, trying to score and
own 20-yard line, and they have yet to face a third down situation yet on this drive. Along with Allen in a pistol set, they'll move the players around and with the ball. Oh, what a fake. Looking, turns the corner inside the 15-yard line. Made a couple of ball players whiff in the process. He got some of that yardage back.
How do it's why people, wake up and they say, I want to be an offensive coordinator. Nobody dreams of being a defensive coordinator because of guys like this. See Lloyd Jones back there dancing. You get pressure. You do everything right as a defense, and it just doesn't matter because he's still able to pick up yardage and make this a 3rd and mid.
3rd down and 5 from the 12-yard line. 1:23 to go in the first quarter. Man in motion. Will be a hand up to Allen. Him at the 6.
Allen has that explosive first step that you salivate over if you're an offensive coordinator. That first step, as soon as the ball touches his hands, he is moving and he is at full speed.
Quick play here. Allen cutting back. Allen inside the 5. Does he get the touchdown? Hitchcock thinks he has it. We just need the officials to confirm it. And he does not.
Down at the 1.
As close as you can get to a touchdown. Nonetheless, it's a 4-yard gain.
I tell you what, I wonder if we're going to see that screenplay again. They've got the 2 receivers on the close side here, the near side closest to us. If not, maybe go back to Allen one more time. It's 2nd down. Your playbook is open on 2nd down. You can run, you can pass, just don't turn the ball over.
38 seconds and counting here in the first quarter. Bulldogs a yard away from extending the lead against a Columbus team that's not used to being shut out in the first quarter. And it's Jones faking the toss, and Jones is going to walk in. 12-0 Hitchcock with a point after pending.
I tell you what, Lloyd Jones selling the fake is what really made that. He stood completely still, motionless, like his only job was to just hand the ball and hope the running back or the receiver, the wingman, winds up taking that ball into the end zone. And the moment that play had transpired, he's going the opposite direction at max speed, running hard with intensity. Lloyd Jones picks up the score.
Down run. So with 23 seconds to go in the first quarter, it is Hitchcock 13, Columbus nothing on the Clear Life Media Game of the Week.
Live in Santa Fe for the Clear Life Media Game of the Week.
Has a first down. Got him.
They move on to the next case.
Mitchell is going to be stuffed.
You have a choice. Hire a lawyer or we do the work. We punish the insurance companies when they give bad deals. Lone Star Injury Attorneys is a proud sponsor of the Game of the Week on Clear Life Media.
Welcome back, folks. The Clear Life Media Game of the Week so far has been all Hitchcock Bulldogs. And
one is reeling right now, but there's a reason why this team is number 1, and we'll see as to whether or not they can have their medal respond on the 31-yard line. Tackle made there. Looks like that was number 6.
Got that energy coming out early on defense. We're seeing it on the offense. They're attacking with enthusiasm, like they want to show that they are better than the team that they say is number 1.
Yeah, I remember that Columbus came in here last year, outscored Hitchcock 28-0 in the second half to go on their way to a 52-24 win. 1st and 10 for Columbus. Shovel and shotgun. Has plenty of time on the play clock as he awaits, gets a high snap, back to throw. He had a step on the defender, but was unable to make the reception.
And I got to believe that pass came a little hotter than Schobel wanted it. The extra defenders, there's less people over the top to defend the pass. You just kind of hope the pressure gets there, and that time Hitchcock wins that battle.
2nd down and 10 for Columbus at their own 32. Schobel, pistol set, shotgun, will get Fisher in motion. And it's a play for Fisher who tries to turn the corner, and he won't get much. Bulldog speed, able to blow that play up. Number 32 minutes, dominated by Hitchcock. Touchdown pass, Lloyd Jones. Touchdown run, Lloyd Jones. It's 13-0 Hitchcock over Columbus on the Clear Life Media Game of the Week.
I'm Nelson Negron.
And I'm Rihanna Negron.
And we are Provident Oak Financial. Provident Oak Financial is a Christian-owned investment and scorecard.
And I'll tell you what, we were just saying it during the break. Hitchcock is content to put about...
Want him to do throwing the ball a lot, but Hitchcock has forced Cardinals to get out of their game plan a bit rather than having that methodical, balanced attack. They have been more reliant on the pass and have not been terribly successful thus far, mostly because of the blitz from Hitchcock.
Yeah, no doubt. They're causing all kinds of pressure up front. Let's see if here starting the second quarter if Columbus has an answer for it.
Quad set over to the far side. Shovel and empty. Back to throw. Looking. Has pressure. Steps up. Throws. Ball is going to be caught. First down and more. Reception made by John Shovel. He makes up for the drop. He was wide open as the Bulldogs finally got burned on the blitz first time tonight.
Yeah, and I tell you what, that was the zone right there. You could see the defensive back was set underneath, and it was Schobel's job to just find the hole in the zone, but the blitz is making that difficult. You have to know where your receivers are going, what kind of defense they're playing, and you just hit your receivers where they're supposed to be and hope that that's kind of not where the zone is. Quick passes will be the key. That's why we mentioned previously in the first quarter, I like the screen against this blitz. I like the screen. I like those little out passes, little swing passes to kind of defeat the blitz. As you see, Hitchcock stacking that line again.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. And that ball just pops up in the air, and they're going to say incomplete.
Yeah, I believe the hand was coming forward. Yeah, that was – whew, my goodness, they are overloading that line. You have to run and I really think if Columbus has a screen or a swing to just get the ball away from that defensive pressure, it's going to start slowing down that blitz. But it's really just a matter of, are they willing to go to that or do they have it in the playbook? I mean, I got to believe they have something in there. But right now, Hitchcock is just overloading and destroying that offensive line.
I don't think that they've seen a team with as much speed and athleticism as Hitchcock brings to them. They've had some good teams they've faced so far this season, but Hitchcock is on an entirely different breed as we look on second down. Ball is going to be caught. Reception is made by number 2, Camden Pickford, and he makes a reception and gets the ball inside the 30 to around the 25. They'll spy it actually at the 26-yard line. So that is a gain of 17 yards and a first down.
Yeah, and when Schobel has time to pass, he is completing these quick little out routes, finding his man and letting the receiver make the play after the catch. That's exactly what that is. Hitchcock, in my opinion, needs to keep bringing the blitz. If it ain't broke, don't break it. Just keep bringing it because so far, every time they have managed to get pressure, it has been disruptive, a force for Schobel that he has not been able to overcome so far.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line for Columbus. As Schobel has a pistol set, 3-wide receiver formation. Number 14 is Cooper Osborne as he rolls back, has pressure, evades the rush, still looking, decides to run the ball inside the 20. He'll go out of bounds at around the 20-yard line. That's where they'll spot him. So he ends up picking up 6 with his legs.
And I tell you what, that time they actually did swing the halfback out, but Hitchcock did a good job of having a man break off from that blitz and then follow the running back, make sure that swing down, that check down was covered. You actually saw Schobel's head check down to that running back and saw a black jersey there, so he had to pick up something with his feet. Good improvisation to get away from the blitz and make something happen there by Schobel.
2nd down and 4 at the 20-yard line. 11:28 to go first half. Cardinals trying to get on the scoreboard for the first time tonight. Bulldogs again with the blitz. Schobel running for his life. Schobel turning the corner. Schobel looking and is just going to throw it away again. As this Bulldog pass rush has been relentless. Number 34 this time, that was Devon Miles, along with number 33, Jaden Friedman. They are giving Schobel all kinds of blues tonight.
No doubt about it. And actually, it looked like Schobel thought only one man had gotten through the line. He went to readjust his body to throw the ball downfield and saw 2 more black jerseys. He thought he got away from one man. Turns out there were 2 more on the way. Had to throw that ball away. I will say this, Schobel, excellent job getting rid of the football. A lot of quarterbacks are
3rd down and 4. Schobel back, looks to the
blitz comes.
Pass pressure. They finally got him. It took them a while before they finally got him, but nonetheless, it's the first sack of the night for Hitchcock, and it's recorded by number 34, Devon Miles.
And I tell you what, that is trusting of your defense. That's what that is as a defensive coordinator. You trust that the blitz will get there. You trust that if that ball is put in the air, your defensive backs can handle man coverage one-on-one down the field. You trust they can beat those receivers if the ball does go up. And you are trusting this defense, and so far that trust is paying off as we now have a 4th and about 14 for Columbus.
4th and 14 at their 30-yard line, at the Hitchcock 30, 10:36 to go first half. 3 receivers. Pitchford goes over to the far side. Trouble back again with pressure. Looking, just throws the ball downfield, and it is going to be incomplete. So the Bulldogs will hold for a second time tonight, and you can see this Hitchcock crowd really appreciating the effort from this relentless defense.
And Brandon, they didn't bring the blitz on that play. I think Columbus is feeling a little bit defeated on that offensive line. I think only 3 down linemen came on the pressure that time, and they still were able to get pressure. Hitchcock is just playing better football. Hitchcock won that battle as they are looking to go up 3 scores on this drive.
Columbus, we told you coming in, averages 59.7 points per game. They're going to really have to start clicking their heels fast in order to get to that pace. 1st and 10 for Hitchcock on 30-yard line. New drive. They are 2 for 2 on their drives tonight. LBA handoff to Bruton. Bruton cuts back. Bruton picks up around 4, maybe around 5 as he gets around the 35-yard line. Tackle made there by Cooper Osborne, number 14.
And I tell you what, the balance always is nice to see. You want to see that your team can run the ball. You want to see that they can pass the ball. And so far, they have done both as they have scored in the air and on the ground. And, you know, Hitchcock kind of picking up where they left off. You start with the run because it opens up the pass.
2nd down and 5 coming up at the 35-yard line. Complete. There was some confusion between he and Bruton as Jones was looking for the home run. Bruton kind of stuck it around the 50-yard line. So
easier to settle and solve when you're up by 13. You know, that's one of those that if it's a close game, you see the receiver's hands going up in quarter. But it looks like a nice calm chat. Hey, where were you? Oh, you were supposed to run. Oh, I was supposed to. Oh, okay, cool. You know, and you just kind of go back.
Pocket steps up, throws, has a man incomplete. He had Allen wide open, and if Allen could have corralled that one, he had a lot, and I do mean a lot, of real estate in front of him.
Yeah, no doubt. You cannot miss that as a quarterback. You cannot. And so far, Lloyd Jones has played excellent, but that needs to be a pickup and a completion because you cannot give a team that average player. You cannot beat a team by enough, especially when they're ranked number 1 in your house.
Pitch for waiting to receive the punt at his own 35-yard line as Jones will be handling the punting. Jones to punt, and if that is indeed the case, you know what they mean. You know what that means.
As a first down, Columbus had 12 men on the field. They were scrambling to get that man off.
That one, they were able to get the timeout, but nevertheless, don't count out Craig Smith. They run some trickeration here. You're up 14-0. You've got your quarterback who is the punter. Trickeration here. You're up 14-0. You've got your quarterback who is the punter. I'm not saying that he would do it, but I'm not saying he wouldn't do it.
And I tell you, I know we've seen before. We've seen with Lloyd Jones them actually go to their standard base set where they have their receivers out and everything, and then just have him punt the ball. So that way the defense would not have a return man back. But they do this time regardless. And I tell you what, man, that's even if they don't get the penalty, that's those little mental errors that are starting to pile up here for Columbus early in this ball game. That's something you cannot have because it's going to start to drag into the second half.
9:36 to go before halftime. They'll reset again, a 4th and 5 at the Hitchcock 35-yard line. Jones gets the snap and will call his own number. It's a fake, and it is busted up. The Bulldogs tried to roll the dice, but Columbus was there for the party, and Jones got just one. He's coming out the field limping.
I tell you what, I do not understand. And I understand that, you know, you said it's something they could do. They have the quarterback as the punter. You're up 13-0, and that is a long way to have that quarterback have to run. And on top of that, Hitchcock was in a punt return safe set. They had linebackers back, and they were looking for the fake. So if they're looking for the fake, just don't give up the field position. Now you have a short field. And I got to believe, once again, it's going to fall on this defense. They have been able to pressure and dominate all night long. Let's see if they can continue.
High snap, back to throw. Ball is going to be caught by Fisher. Fisher turning the corner, gets to around the 20-yard line. The 30-yard line. So he'll pick up around 7. They spotted him out at the 29-yard line. Right now, the big question is Lloyd Jones. He left off the field limping, and right now they've got trainers looking at him, and he does not look like he's in the most comfortable position.
I tell you what, that is actually absolutely going to be what we look for and what we wait to see from. But if you're a Columbus fan, the good news is that they've started running the screen and the swing pass, and they've been able to connect to it. That's what I've been looking for all night. They finally get it, and it's killed that blitz a little bit, at least on first down. We'll see if they continue as Hitchcock has stacked the box again.
Second down coming up, Pitchford in motion, and it'll be a swing out to Pitchford, and Pitchford is going to get a couple yards on that one. Bulldogs are able to stretch that play out.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it's one of those things, again, just get the ball to the perimeter. You've got 7, 8 defenders in the box trying to all gun for that quarterback. And it looks like they only gave him about 2 yards on that.
No, not even that. They gave him a yard.
I thought he got a little more than that. But, again, that was on the far side for us. But that's the thing. I really do think that's going to be the key to killing this blitz and making Hitchcock do something other than stack 7, 8 men in the box.
Third down coming up, 3rd and 2 for the Cardinals at the 28-yard line. Possible free play as he will throw the ball up, and that is going to be a touchdown. A quick strike. Schobel hitting Elijah Usher, his first catch of the night, and just like that, the Bulldogs roll up the dice, fell, and it ends up putting the Cardinals on the scoreboard.
And, Brendan, it's one of those where you had 2 defenders jump off sides, and then they've got to try to reset their position before the play starts. So that killed that blitz. They had so many men up front, and you've got those receivers running downfield in single coverage, one man to beat, and he finds a way to do it. Now here you go. After the failed punt conversion, now Columbus is within scoring range. They're about to be up. They're about to be down 6 points here in this as opposed to 2 scores.
Waiting for the snap is Mendoza. The kick is up, and the kick is going to be good. So we've got a new score here with 8:37 to go in the first half. It is Hitchcock 13, Columbus 7 on the Clear Life Media Game of the Week.
The event of the year returns to Hitchcock this October. The Hitchcock Good Old Days is October 11th and the 12th. Perfect for the entire family. Enjoy the barbecue cook-off, live music, mutton bustin', and the Miss Good Old Days pageant. Shop local and enjoy the vendor market with over 40 vendors. Tickets are only $5. We'll see you at the Good Old Days Fairgrounds. Learn more about this event at hitchcockchamber.com.
I kind of figured he was going toward that.
Only $300 a month. Fight broadcasts, high school sports, podcasts, community stories, and updates. Drop a comment or send an email to info@clearlifemedia.com.
Quarterback risk is one thing, but they're in punt safe. Welcome back, folks. The Clear Life Media Game of the Week. As Columbus has just scored, they had a free play, and they got every bit of it. Huge touchdown strike from Adam Schobel. As they go, they bring it within 6. They are down 7-13 under Hitchcock.
8:37 to go first half, and they will kick a line drive that's going to bounce to one of the upbacks at around the 25-yard line. That is Everett Lacey, and Lacey gets the ball to around the 36-yard line. So the Bulldogs will get the ball here as Jones is back on the field.
That's good to see. He took a bit of a hit, ran into a bunch of linebackers on that fake punt earlier. And so far, it's the Hitchcock defense has been the real story of this to me, but Hitchcock's offense as well has been pretty efficient so far. We saw them get stopped on the previous drive, and that's the thing I worry about. When you get those 4th down conversions that don't quite come up or things like that, it can get psychologically in the head of that offense. So we'll see what happens here. It's going to be very telling on this drive who has the momentum.
Allen in the backfield with Jones, who will step back, throws, has a man open. Great catch there. That's David Howard with the reception, and Howard is going to be close to a first down and does have it.
Yeah,
10-yard gain for the senior receiver, so a 1st and 10 for Hitchcock at their own 44-yard line.
Yeah, accuracy is king right there for Lloyd Jones as he manages to get that ball within 3 defenders. Again, talk about it. If it's high, if it's low, it's to the left, to the right, could be an interception.
First and 10 for the Bulldogs. 8:11 to go, first half. It's a man in motion, and it'll be Allen trying to turn the corner, and he will not. He is stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Number of Cardinals there, including number 33, Brody Vinklaric, and number 32, Ace Pavlicek. So the Bulldogs trying to use their speed, weren't able to do so on that one. No gain on that play.
Yeah, and Columbus actually brought the blitz as well, so it was a clustered line there that the Hitchcock was just not able to find an opening in, making it 2nd and 10.
7:34 and counting here to go in the first half. It's an empty set for Jones. Cardinals show blitz. They'll swing the ball out, and that is not going to be much of anything actually at the end of the play. Maybe got an extra yard or two.
Maybe so.
As that's not Jones. That is number 6 at quarterback. That is Marquise Allen at quarterback as Jones remains sidelined.
Yeah, and that's telling. That's something to watch now as your best players goes out on a fake punt attempt. My goodness. I tell you what, man, that's going to be really telling. And actually, since that's happened, Columbus has dialed up different defensive pressures. They're starting to pressure that quarterback a little bit differently now. They definitely are playing differently than when Jones was in there.
Man in motion on 3rd and 9. Allen back, has pressure, steps up. He's just going to throw this ball up in the air and throws it incomplete. He faced pressure. He was just unable to get any kind of balance. So a 3 and out. As the big story now becomes when or if you'll see Lloyd Jones back on the field tonight.
Yeah, that is telling. And I tell you what, that actually means you have a new punter as well. That's something to think about. When you've got this high school level where you have players, these high-level players that, are going off to college, they're going to play different positions. Then all of a sudden, when one of those players goes down, God forbid, now all of a sudden you have a backup punter in, you have a backup quarterback in, you might have a backup linebacker in. Now, Lloyd Jones doesn't play linebacker, just using it as an example, but it's something to look for.
Allen, the backup, is also the long snapper. Elijah Sherwood gets off a fairly decent punt, and it's going to be interference. Looks like they are going to call interference on Hitchcock as number 4, Traven Landry, was in that halo just long enough to distract Pitchford. So see if they're going to give them the penalty. Your flag is down, and it looks like they are going to move it.
Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that should have been a penalty because you've got when the receiver is catching the ball, regardless of whether they call fair catch or not, they have a 5-yard window around them where no defensive players are allowed to enter. You have to give them that zone to catch the ball and secure the ball. Now, granted, there's some wiggle room there if they call the fair catch and you can get close, whatever. But you cannot interfere with that catch, and that's what that is. It's catch interference, and that's why that is a penalty there because you cannot have the defender the return man getting run over by the punting team.
So it will be a 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line after the punt. Now they're going to attack on the 15, so they're going to have a 1st and 10 at the 43. Actually, it's a 10-yard penalty spot at the 38. Yeah. So nonetheless, it's still excellent field position for Columbus with 7:05 to go in the first half, down just 6.
Again, I would keep going back to those screen plays and swing here. Watch Hitchcock. Are they stacking the box?
And it will be Fisher trying to turn the corner. Fisher is not going to turn the corner. He got horse collared. Oh, my. They had him pinned down for a loss, but a horse collar, and just like that, the span of seconds, Hitchcock is just giving Columbus 30 free yards.
Man, I tell you what, you cannot do that as a defender. You have the play busted. You are 5, 6, 7, 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage. You just have to play good, sound, fundamental football. But that's the problem when you're playing this energetic, aggressive football. You wind up grabbing face masks. You wind up grabbing jerseys. You wind up grabbing horse collars. They're just trying to make something happen and stay energetic. And now what happens now is as you start accumulating these penalties, as the coach starts getting mad, people start blaming you, you get upset, you start to get a little hesitant, you start to pull back, and that's how the momentum begins to shift. You go from energetic, high energy to slightly hesitant, and you see the play change for the defense.
1st and 10 now for Columbus at the Hitchcock 47. Schobel drops back, quick screen out to Fisher, and Fisher is going to get past the 45, maybe a gain of 2 on that one. But again, it goes back to what you're saying, trying the quick screens to try to flush out the blitz from Hitchcock.
Absolutely, and it's one of those things you just need to pick up one block on that perimeter. You just need to get one person. We actually saw Hitchcock go to it early and have good success, managing to pick up 4 or 5 yards on those screens. And, here Columbus only able to get about 2, but they're still trying that mindset. They're just trying. Hitchcock is still playing good defense, even on that perimeter, though, so far.
2nd down and 8 coming up. 6:05 to go first half. 3 receivers set for the Cardinals as Schobel drops back, has pressure, looks downfield, has a man, and did he catch it? Yes, he did. Oh, my. I don't know if we've seen a better catch all year. He paid the price as he slowly tried to get up, but nonetheless, that was a heck of a reception.
My goodness, you talk about laying it all out on the line. That's what that is. The ball was put way out there, and I got to believe he probably just landed on the football. That's what we're hoping. It knocks the wind out of you, but what a catch.
That was 9, Usher, who caught the touchdown pass, and he makes a stupendous catch as that puts the ball at the 15-yard line, a gain of 30 on that play.
Yeah, biggest play of the night that wasn't a touchdown. I tell you what, my goodness.
He will get up under his own power, and it looks like that was it was 9. Number 9, Elijah Usher, who caught the touchdown pass earlier.
Yeah,
man. That's some catch of the year. That's some catch of the year material there.
Yeah, absolutely. Just laying it all out and managing to pull it in. Had his man beat. And again, it's just if you can give the quarterback time, if you can stop that blitz, their receivers are getting open downfield because they're in single coverage because of how many people are coming on this blitz. So it's really just can the front 7 can the offensive line stop this front 7 blitz that's coming right here? And it looks like Hitchcock won't be blitzing this time. They're backing some men up.
1st and 10, flag down, a false start on Columbus is going to take them back. Actually, illegal participation. It works well in Canada, but down here, 12 men will lose you 5 yards.
Yeah, too many men. That's the second time that's happened tonight. Just the miscommunication. The first time, the first time Aaron Schobel was able to get off the timeout, this time not. My goodness. And again, these penalties, it's drive killers. You have a big play, and then a play later you're backed up 5 yards. Eventually it catches up to you. It catches up. And it's momentum killers too. You come to the line, you're excited, you're ready to go, and it's between the man landing on the football and then the penalty, it's been 5 minutes between plays now.
1st and 10 coming up at the 20-yard line. 1st and 15 actually, as Schobel will go in motion. He'll go in a pistol set. It'll be a handoff to the up back, number 22. First time we've seen William Fitzgerald tonight, and he makes a pretty solid run. Gets the ball inside the 15 to around the 14, so a pickup of 6 on that play.
Yeah, and that's the problem, though, with the 5-yard penalty, right? You pick up 6, and now you're in a 9-yard situation to pick up the goal. It makes it a little more manageable, but that penalty, man, it's just a drive killer if you're not careful. You got to believe, though, Columbus most likely here thinking touchdown. They want to go into the half with the lead after being behind for this entire first half.
2nd and 9 coming up at the 14-yard line. Again, Schobel in motion. Schobel back to throw, has pressure, and he is going to be tripped up. The Bulldogs come in hot, and they get a sack and a late flag coming down as well. That sack was made by number 22, Dotson, and he is coming out the field holding his shoulder.
Yeah, that arm is dangling there, unfortunately. We'll wait to see what the penalty is, but Dotson went untouched on the blind side. That is a huge no-no. If you're an offensive lineman, you have to seal.
A personal foul
on the defense.
On the defense, yep. is going to take away what would have been a 11-yard loss.
That's a first down as well.
It is an automatic first, and that will put the ball to the 13-yard line.
And the Hitchcock fans are not happy about it. My goodness.
So 1st and 10 for Columbus at the Hitchcock 13-yard line with 4:41 to go. I didn't see anything.
I didn't see it, so we must have missed it on our end, and obviously the fans up here did as well. And you guys probably had a better view of it on your replay. We're watching from the press box. Regardless, 1st and 10 for Columbus.
And a flag down, and looks like that's going to be a false start. So Columbus helping and hurting themselves a bit on this drive.
And Brandon, they're still not blocking on those edges. They're still not blocking on the edges. The Columbus offensive line is getting eaten alive by the Hitchcock defense. They're bringing the pressure on the outside, even on the false start. And that's what happens. You get jumpy because you know you're getting beat every single play. So you want to get just a second ahead of those defenders. And what happens is you wind up getting false starts. This is the 2nd or 3rd false start, I believe, on this drive.
It is the 2nd one of this drive as it brings them back to the 18-yard line. 1st and 15 for the Cardinals at the Hitchcock 18-yard line. Pitchford goes into motion. It'll roll out, looking, steps, throws, kinds of stumbling, incomplete. And they're saying pass interference. I don't know if that's pass interference because it looked like the receiver fell, if anything, and it looks like they're flagging him.
Yeah, they will be flagging him on that. From my angle, I could not see. Regardless, when that defensive back falls over and you've got receivers that close, and the referee that threw the flag was behind those defensive backs as well. So,
he's waving it off. He should have. That was not a catchable ball for starters.
Yeah, that would be
looked like there was a lot of incidental contact, Clay.
That would be my complaint as well. That ball was well beyond where that receiver could have gone, even if he was still in stride. You know, it's one of those things you have to start thinking about. You're getting a lot of penalties here thrown out. So, and the ref early on was letting them play, and now as we're going on, we're seeing more and more flags. At some point, you got to let them play football.
No question. This has been a flag-filled second quarter on both sides. 2nd down and 15 from the 18-yard line. Schobel back, steps, throws a bullet. Ball is going to be caught. That's going to be a touchdown. Touchdown by Camden Pitchford from 18 yards out, and the Cardinals are a point away from taking the lead.
I'll tell you what, even though it didn't connect on the previous play, the deep shots, and we saw them score on the deep shot earlier, that's what set this play up because Pitchford runs down the sideline like he's shooting for the back corner of that end zone. Oh, look at this. And now Hitchcock has a late flag. Most likely unsportsmanlike, something like that, because that was a late flag. But Pitchford was shooting towards the back corner of that end zone and then plants his foot and comes back with the curl, and the defensive back kept going into the end zone. So those deep shots are now starting to set up your shorter routes as the referees will deliberate on what this flag is. And I tell you, the ref that threw it was surrounded by Hitchcock players. So I got to wonder if it's most likely unsportsmanlike. No flag. Okay.
So no flag. So we get a false finish on this one for a second time on this drive, as it will bring the kicker, number 15, Jesus Mendoza, up to attempt the extra point that would give Columbus their first lead of the night. Snap is high, kick is up, and it is going to be good. So Columbus scores on an 18-yard touchdown pass from Adam Schobel to Camden Pitchford, and it is now Columbus 14, Hitchcock 13, 3:50 to go here in the first half on the Clear Life Media Game of the Week.
Hi, my name is Daniel Serini.
Today we're at Texas First Bank in Dickinson, Texas.
Texas First Bank in Hitchcock.
Texas First Bank here in Galveston.
Texas First Bank has over 27 locations from Galveston all the way to Conroe.
Texas First is a locally owned and independent community bank.
Texas First Bank offers a wide range of different products and services from consumer to business. We're here to help you in any way.
Love for you to come in and visit with us and talk to one of our banking representatives.
At any of our 27 locations, or you can check us out online at texasfirst.bank.
Ven a visitarnos en una de nuestras varias locaciones o visítanos en línea en texasfirst.bank.
Texas First Bank.
Helping Texans build Texas.
Welcome back, folks. Clear Life Media Game of the Week. And with 3:50 left in the first half, the number 1 team in Division 3A, the Columbus Cardinals, have taken a 1-point lead over the Hitchcock Bulldogs, who are ranked number 5.
And that squib is not going to get much of anything on the return. And the Bulldogs get huge news as it looks like Lloyd Jones is going to come back on the field. No, actually he's not. He's still on the sidelines.
Yeah, they have not. We were talking about it during the break. They haven't taken his helmet from him, so I got to believe they're going to take a look at him. But, man, that's a tough break, especially to lose him on a 4th down fake punt attempt that then leads to the other team scoring twice consecutively. That's a tough break if you're a coach after a tough call.
Oh, there is no question about it. And now Hitchcock has now down one with a backup quarterback and the number 1 team in the state gathering momentum. Allen, empty backfield, has a man in motion, and it will be a handoff to Bruton. And Bruton's going to burst through the hole momentarily, picks up around 5 on that play. So it's a 2nd and 5. And that's the thing. If you can keep the downs manageable for Allen, it will make his job a little easier.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But, man, Columbus has actually changed their defense now. They're not running out the nickel. They've now put 3 down linemen, almost a 3-4 set. So they've actually changed their defense based on the quarterback. I mean, their initial set based on this quarterback. Unless I'm mistaken, they might – now they are actually – okay, they're in a 4-3 now, actually, as a matter of fact. They're still in their 4-3.
2nd down and 5 coming up. Again, has a man in motion, and it'll be a dot play. This time it's Allen, 1st down, a huge run by Terrell Allen, hands off to his brother, and it's Marquise giving it to his brother, and a 1st down for the Bulldogs at their own 47-yard line after a gain of 12.
And, Brandon, your backup comes in at quarterback, so go to your starter. Keep running the football, especially if he's playing like that. I'm a big believer. We say it every week, feed the hot hand. You just keep giving that running back the ball, and it's also going to make life easier for your backup quarterback.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. It's going to be Allen again, and Allen's going to burst loose big time to the 40-yard line. That Hitchcock offensive line opens up a highway 3-sized hole for Allen to burst through. He gets 13 on that one.
Yeah, Terrell Allen he's got that acceleration turned up to 99. As soon as that ball touches his hands, he is flying through the hole as we see it again.
He will cut back, and he is going to be dragged down. Try to go around the corner, but number 13 for Columbus, Raylan Carruthers, not having any of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Columbus finally knuckled down and said, if you're just going to keep running it down our throat, well, I'm going to jump down too. Manages to get through the line, and for the first time on this drive, gets a tackle for a loss.
2nd down and 12 at the 42-yard line, 2:09 to go here in the first half. Allen's got an empty backfield to deal with as he awaits the snap. 3-man rush. Allen looking, still looking, throws a dart, finds a man, and a reception made. Kelshawn Johnson with the catch. He found the hole in the zone and made the reception, gets it to the 25-yard line, actually to the 28, so a gain of 14 on that.
Yeah, and the offensive line gave him all day as well. He had time to go through his progressions, look, and find the open man in the zone, as you called it. Great job there by the offensive line to set up your quarterback, to set up your receiver.
1st and 10 for Hitchcock, 1:35 and counting here in the first half. Oh, a man in motion. They'll toss it to Bruton. Bruton turns a corner. Bruton cuts back inside the 20. Should have enough for a 1st down on that one.
Yeah, and Hitchcock is on a roll. Hitchcock is on a roll, man. They're passing, they're running. This is an efficient drive so far.
And they go no huddle, keeping the intensity going. 1st and 10 at the Columbus 18-yard line, 1:16 and counting to go in the first half. 3-man front for Columbus as Allen drops back, steps, looks, throws, end zone, and then it's going to be incomplete.
Oof.
For a moment, it looked like that was an interception because Columbus number 10, Jack Schobel, was locked in, and for a moment, I thought he had the pick.
And I'll tell you what, it was the Columbus front 7, the pressure, as the man made it into the backfield, and now the backup has to throw it over his head so it doesn't get batted down. That ball goes a little higher up, and that's what allowed number 10 to get in position and almost pull down that pick. Hitchcock is on a roll this drive, very fortunate to still have the ball and a chance to score here as we have 1:05 left in the half.
2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line. Dotson now in the game. He's lined up in a slot to the far side. Fisher slot to the near. Allen back, steps, looking, scrambling, looking, decides to run, steps up, throws last minute. Did he make the catch? He did. I don't know if they're going to say he was out of bounds or what. The reception was made. Not sure what the call is going to be.
No, they're going to say incomplete. I don't even think he came up with the ball there at the end of that. But it was a close play there. A good job there by the QB, managing to get out of the pocket, complete, or at least attempt to complete that throw. You know, that's one of those. That's a risky throw, though, because there were a lot of white jerseys around that receiver.
Oh, no question. Number 21 for Columbus, Xavier Woods, comes into the game as it's 3rd down and 10. 57 seconds to go, first half. Bulldogs down 1 but threatening. Allen back, steps up, looks, throws. Ball is incomplete, almost intercepted. Oh!
My goodness.
Schobel almost had a pick there. It was intended for Johnson, but it was a bit too high. And Schobel, for the second time on this drive, just misses getting a pick.
Brandon, it's two things on that play. One, Marcus Allen stared down that receiver. He knew exactly where that ball was going from the moment it was snapped. And two, Hitchcock has dropped 2 surefire interceptions on this drive. So even if, you know, it's one of those where even if Hitchcock just comes up with a field goal, as a defensive coordinator, you're thinking they should be coming up with any points.
Oh, there's no question.
We should be putting points on the board right here. As we see, I believe Hitchcock has taken the time out
here. I'm taking the time. Well, let's stay here because it does look like Lloyd Jones could be back, and he's got a helmet on. He's missed the last 2 drives.
And he's still walking with a limp, too.
It's pretty noticeable. So it's going to be interesting to see as to how the Bulldogs handle their star quarterback the rest of the way. You know that deep down inside he wants to play, but at the same time, you've got to err on the side of caution. Yeah. There is still plenty of football beyond this week, and this is a team that is geared up for a deep run, and the only way it's going to go deep is if you've got number 9 at the helm.
Yeah, absolutely. No doubt about that.
And there he is. He's back.
Back on the field here. And he is walking with a noticeable limp.
Very, very noticeable limp. So 4th down and 10.
Got to believe he's just going to have a quick pass here because we've been seeing some errant throws from the backup QB. Don't let him get hit. Don't give him a chance to get hit.
If I'm Columbus, I'm bringing the house. Jones back, steps up, looking gingerly, looking. All day to throw, still looking gingerly, still spinning, and he just falls on an ankle. That ankle gave way. Incomplete pass.
Man, I tell you what, Columbus dropped everyone back into coverage. They made it so that only the 3 defensive linemen were coming with pressure, so that if they did get to him, he would have to move just like that. Excellent defensive play call. They put 8 men back there in that end zone and were forcing the pass to be thrown, or if they did throw it, it was going to be, a forced pass. And then you see Jones starts moving, twisting on that bad ankle. It's nasty to see, and he goes down there. But either way, Columbus football, 41 seconds left in the half.
This is the type of team that does not believe in just being conservative with the clock. This is a team that can strike from anywhere on the field. And with this amount of time, they have one timeout working for them, so they can be overly aggressive. 508 people on the live chat. Keep it coming, people. Let's see where you're coming from. Tell us where you're calling from or watching it from, and we'll give you a shout out. Clock continuing. The clock is still at 41 seconds, and we've still got a bit of a delay here as the ball is spotted at the 18-yard line, and now they are moving the ball to the 30-yard line, so they're going to spot it where Jones went down.
Yeah, they're saying he did not get that pass away.
So it ends up being a loss of 12 on 4th down.
My goodness. I agree with Caleb Bell in the chat. He said just run the ball and kick it. Now, the only thing to note on that is that Hitchcock's kicker has been a little errant this season. He's had a hard time with extra points, let alone field goals.
1st and 10 for Columbus, even more favorable field position. Pitchford goes in motion. Schobel swings it out to Pitchford. Pitchford tries to get upfield to the 30, and he is going to be stopped at around the 32-yard line. Tackle made there by number 2 for Hitchcock, Brian Harris. So it's a gain around 2. They'll spot him actually 4. So, no, actually 2. So 2nd down and 8.
I wonder if
for
Hitchcock, Columbus is going to take one more shot. Here as we see the clock winding down.
And it looks like they're going to be content to just let it run down. 8 seconds and counting here in what has been a very entertaining first half. But the underlying story here is the health of star quarterback Lloyd Jones. Injured his ankle on the fake punt in the second quarter. Momentum swung since. We're at intermission officially. It is 14-13 Columbus over Hitchcock. Number 1 leads number 5 at halftime on the Clear Life Media Game of the Week.
Life Media in League City, Texas, and we're about to be working on the Sierra HD 2500. We're going to be doing a 2-stage paint correction. We're going to be laying down our ceramic System X. We're going to be doing a 5-year warranty for these guys. This truck's going to shine like never before with the hands of Garcia's Detailing, because when you put love into the art, it shows.
Stockwell for a while and talked to her. It taught me a lot. I've learned to control my emotions.
When you tell them something that happened, you're just expressing your feelings.
So every time I'd get angry, I'd go in there and then I'd calm myself down and be able to move on with my day without freaking out.
It's easier to come to school more because there's somebody you can always go to talk to if you're having issues.
It makes me more joyful and it makes me more happier, and then I feel calmer to go back to class.
Somebody there to support you. There's always somebody there. They're like always gonna be there if you need them.
Freshman, sophomore, and junior year, I didn't have anything like that. Thank you to Miss H for helping me become confident in myself.
I'd want to thank Miss B and the program. Life couldn't be the way it is at the moment. I don't even think I could still be here without it.
Thank you for providing for kids who are struggling and families that can't provide for themselves.
Thank you for allowing me to be who I am today.
Thank you, Ms. Beatrice, for letting your life be my home.
Thank you for helping me control my emotions and for this awesome program. Thank you, community and schools.
There are over 28,000 students in our community who are at risk of dropping out of school. Communities in Schools Bay Area is here with the solution.
Embrace the chaos. Visit riotsports.co to learn more and purchase product. And use discount code CL10 to save.
The Indian Innovation Lab. We are in a new year and we have big goals. Don't you want to join us to make that happen for our teachers and students? Supporting education is a slam dunk.
Officers for the Cardinals are Social Officer
Welcome back, folks. The Clear Life Media Game of the Week is just a minute and a half from kicking off its second half. And Brandon, I'll tell you what, when it first started, I thought we might be on the verge of a blowout as Hitchcock went up 13-0 over the number 1 Columbus Cardinals. But since then, the story of the game, unfortunately, has been the injury to Lloyd Jones III, the backup coming in, and the Columbus Cardinals rallying back for a 1-point lead.
Jones was 6 of 8 for 72 yards and a touchdown. He had 4 carries for 16 yards and a touchdown, and it was that 4th carry that really swung momentum. They had a 4th and 5 at their own 35-yard line. They tried to run a fake punt. He got a yard, but he left the field limping. He did try to come back late first half and was in so much pain that he just threw the ball away. Actually ended up being credited for a 12-yard loss. And ever since that fake punt went awry, momentum has gone in the way of Columbus. They were rattled early, but after a while, Columbus quarterback Adam Schobel has had a very effective first half. He's thrown for 167 yards, and after a slow start, he's been able to start finding receivers within that zone of Hitchcock.
Yeah, absolutely. And on top of that, the Columbus defense has started playing very differently with the backup QB in there, with Marcus Allen in instead of Lloyd Jones. They began to bring a little bit more blitz. As we see Hitchcock getting ready to come out the tunnel here, but the defense of Columbus has played a little bit differently when they don't have to worry about the mobility and the versatility of Lloyd Jones.
It's certain when you've got one of the state's best quarterbacks sidelined and you have to go to Marcus Allen, who will be the quarterback of the future for Hitchcock. It's going to be his show next season. But the problem is that, he's a senior. Never mind. But anyway, the thing is that when you go from an all-state caliber quarterback in Jones and go to your backup, it changes the complexion of your offense. Yeah, Hitchcock still has a ton of weapons that they can work with, but Jones is really the one who helms the ship. And without him there, it's going to be rough sledding for Hitchcock in the second half. Remember last year we had a tight game going into the start of the third quarter before Columbus pulled away, ended up winning that game by 28, and the Bulldogs are hoping we don't get a repeat of that tonight.
Yeah, no doubt about it. To me, the key going into the half will be how effectively can Hitchcock begin to run the ball. We saw some shades of it on their final drive before the half as they were able to get the ball to,
They were able to get the ball to
Terrell
Allen. Yeah,
as he was able to pick up some big chunk yardage on those runs and able to establish a little bit of that run game to make things easier for your backup, for Marquise Allen.
And that's what they're going to need. They're going to need to rely on the ground game. They're going to need Terrell Allen. They're going to need Marquise Allen, who's got good running ability of his own as well. They're going to have to start using guys like Bruton and Kelshawn Johnson involved in the running game as well. As we are set to begin the second half, set to kick off is Jesus Mendoza. Mendoza has not challenged a return game yet, as Hitchcock will get good field position on the 39-yard line. It's just a quick hitter that was fielded by number 24, Robert Perez, junior wide receiver, got a couple of yards, felt that, not worth it. I'll get my team good field position.
Yeah, and Lloyd Jones has the helmet off. It will be Marquise Allen going forward. And I wonder how different does this offense look. I've got to believe there's going to be a bit more run-heavy, as we were saying, to make things easier for Marcus Allen going forward.
Oh, no question. It has to be a run-heavy offense. We've seen Allen throw the ball at times, and at times we've seen him lock onto the receiver. So he's going to have to rely more on his running ability and the running of his teammates to get going, as on first down they do throw. Ball is going to be caught by Terrell Allen, and Terrell Allen is going to be close to a first down, ball at around the 46-yard line. So those are the type of plays that they can use in their passing game.
Absolutely. In my opinion, I think if you want to build the confidence of the backup QB who's stepping in a big game scenario, you turn him into the point guard before you let him shoot those threes. You have him just little dink and dunk passes, things to get him into a rhythm, to get his confidence up, so that all of a sudden that arm starts to loosen up a little bit, and now all of a sudden we can take some shots downfield.
Dots it in the backfield with Allen on second down. Has a man in motion and will hand the ball off to Allen. Allen's got a first down. Gets the ball past midfield to around the 48-yard line of Columbus. So just like that, the Bulldogs are in Columbus territory on the strength of two plays.
And Terrell Allen, I've mentioned it earlier, he has that quick acceleration. The moment the ball touches his hands, he is going full bore, full blast. And that is something to keep an eye out for, because if he can have the vision to match that, he's coming through the line with a lot of velocity.
Dotson still in the backfield with Allen on 1st and 10 at the Columbus 48. Allen drops back, steps up, decides to roll out, runs, and that ball is almost intercepted. I thought he was going to take off with the ball. He ended up throwing, and it almost ended up being picked off by number 4, John Schobel.
Yeah, and this is one of those, at halftime, I really hope they got in the ear of Marquise Allen and told him, hey, don't be a hero, because he had the check down to the running back again. He looked that way and then decided to run the other way. You don't have to be a hero. You just need 4 or 5 yards, and you'll wind up being one in the long run.
Oh, no question. Slow and steady wins the race, particularly against the number 1 team in the state. 2nd down and 10 coming up for Hitchcock.
That's Allen back
flagged down as Kelshawn Johnson jumped before the snap, and that's the type of thing you don't need your backup facing a 2nd down and 15.
Yeah, it was the man in the slot, and it looked like he was running deep, too, on that one. He got really excited about whatever route he was running, and he darted downfield. False start, though. That's going to make it a 2nd and long. Got to believe here on 2nd you probably run the ball. Most likely make life a little bit easier for Allen on 3rd, but you know, I've been wrong before. I will be wrong again, so we'll just have to wait and see.
2nd down and 15, ball spotted at the 47-yard line of Hitchcock. So they're back in their territory. Dotson in the backfield with Marquise Allen as they go at a trips formation to the near side. Dotson goes in motion. They'll swing the ball out to Dotson, and Dotson gets past one defender but won't get much else. Break press a couple more. He earned those 2 yards on that play. Took about 5, maybe 6 white jerseys to finally bring him down after a gain of around 2.
Yeah, he fought for his life on that, but there were just too many white jerseys on that side of the field. And again, I like that call. You just do a little dink and dunk pass. You just kind of get Allen into a rhythm and get him some completions and some yardage, get him feeling good. Unfortunately, the Columbus defense is just too fast and is able to get out to the perimeter and stuff that play.
3rd down and 13 coming up, 9:44 to go, 3rd quarter. It is 14-13 Columbus over Hitchcock. Johnson man in motion, drops back is Allen. Looking, steps, throws. Ball is going to be caught by Johnson. Johnson cuts past a couple of defenders, shakes back, has room, got close to a 1st down to around the 41-yard line. What looked like a play for about maybe 2 or 3 yards ends up being a lot more than that. They get the ball very close to a 1st down, and you got to figure that the Bulldogs are going to go for it at the Columbus 41-yard line. They need 3 for a 1st down.
Yeah, absolutely. We know they have a propensity to go for it on 4th down. We cost them earlier, but if they can pick it up here, they will be on a roll this drive, and they will have overcome that costly penalty, that costly false start penalty.
4th down and 3 coming up. Dotson in the backfield with Allen. Allen awaiting the snap. Gets it, drops back, has pressure, decides to run, steps up, throws. Ball is going to be caught. Still Johnson, still breaking tackles. And Kelshawn Johnson pulling the reception down inside the 20 to around the 18-yard line. When it looked like all was lost, Allen got out of the rush, found Johnson, and they get the ball at the 18-yard line, a gain of 23.
Brandon, you want to talk about going through progressions? That was what that was. The first play on this drive, it was the swing pass. Then later, we saw the swing pass given up for a scramble. Now we've seen swing pass given up, scramble abandoned, pass downfield, huge gain. Marquise Allen is finding his rhythm.
1st and 10 coming up for the Bulldogs at the 18. It'll be a handoff to Allen. Allen's going to break past a couple of tackles. Bulls past the 15, close to around the 10-yard line, maybe the 11. He picks up 7.
Yeah, Terrell Allen running with intensity. You're not going to bring him down with arm tackles. He's running with force, running with rhythm, getting a huge gain now. 2nd and 1. I say go to the young man again.
2nd and 1 at the 9-yard line, as they will look to move the ball closer to the end zone. Kelshawn Johnson back in the game with 7:46 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. It is the Allen and Allen duo in the backfield for the Bulldogs. Against the snap and bobbled the ball. Allen turning the corner. Allen's going to pull his way in. Touchdown!
I tell you what, as soon as he got that handoff, it took him a minute to get it, but once it was in his hands, he's running with such speed and intensity that he just got around the blocks, having a little bit of an equipment malfunction. Can't quite celebrate yet, but I tell you what, a huge play there to get Hitchcock back on top. That tells you, we talked about what happened last year and how Columbus was able to pull ahead. This year, Hitchcock manages to come in and secure a touchdown to start the second half. They're saying we are not going away just because you got a 1-point lead on us.
And Marquise Allen with a masterful drive, filling in for the injured Lloyd Jones, makes 2 huge pass plays, including the 23-yarder to Allen on the to Johnson on the 4th down. Man is down as we await the extra point. Look to see which Hitchcock player is coming out the field under his own power. Looks like that is number 2, Brian Harris. They will await the extra point. Snap is up, and the kick is up, and it is good. New score now at 7:28 to go in the third quarter. It is now Hitchcock regaining the lead over Columbus, 20-14 on the Clear Life Media Game of the Week.
Get fall ready at Texas Pit Stop Barbecue. Seasonal menu items are now back. Brisket chili to chicken soup. Texas Pit Stop Barbecue offers complete holiday meal options with smoked turkeys, sides, and dessert. Pre-orders are now open for your holiday roundup meal. Visit or call either Texas Pit Stop Barbecue location to place your order and find out more information. Taking care of your family this fall, Texas Pit Stop Barbecue.
Welcome back, folks. The Clear Life Media Game of the Week. As advertised, it's a top 5 matchup. The number 5 Bulldogs have just reclaimed the lead. As we see a little mix-up there on this kickoff, and some flags will fly. They have reclaimed the lead 20-14 over the number 1 ranked Columbus Cardinals.
Lots of fans watching from across the country. Clifton Tolliver, we see you watching from San Antonio, Texas. Edward is watching all the way from Gardner, Massachusetts. Luva 607, right mindset. Keep the ball on the ground. Brayton Griggs, we wish you happy birthday last week. Just a reminder, happy birthday again. Columbus playing a real team for the first time, says Edward. Looks like it's showing because this high-powered offense has been held in check. Just 2 scores here with 7:28 to go here in the third quarter.
No doubt about it. And now it looks like Hitchcock will kick the ball off again.
You know, this time tried, and this time they will kick it, and they will kick it again in the direction of Fisher at around the 11-yard line. He goes 15 to the 20, 25, 30, has room, 40, almost to the 40-yard line. He got dragged down. Looks like number 14 for Hitchcock, Nicholas McAfee, and McAfee may have been the one thing that kept Fisher from going a lot farther than what he did.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good explosion on that return, finding your lane and getting upfield.
So they will start the drive, Clay, at their own 37-yard line.
Yeah, great field position here for Columbus. Got to wonder if Hitchcock continues to bring that blitz. They have been killing the sides of that, or the outside, the edge of that offensive line all night long, and they've had tremendous success as Hitchcock. Now, the issue has been when that blitz gets picked up, those receivers are getting open deep. So we'll see if that narrative continues here in the second half.
New running back in for Columbus as he gets his first carry, and it's not going to be a memorable one for number 25, Brian Salazar. Got maybe to the original line of scrimmage.
I think he picked up about 3 or 4.
Okay, we're looking through the fog. So he got about 3 on that play. So second down and 7 coming up.
Yeah, we are up in the press box, folks, and it is foggy windows up here. We got a full press box, and it is showing. But, yeah, 3 yards on that. And that's honestly, I think that's going to help both teams. We saw kind of the inability to find balance for both teams in the first half. And so far, And on that scoring drive, Hitchcock was able to have some runs, have some pass, and I think Columbus needs to try to find some of that too, little pitch plays to get around those blitzes, just 3-4 yards of play.
Schobel in motion now as he will wait for Bro to hand the ball off to Salazar, and Salazar is going to be met at the line, dragged back for a loss. They'll probably give him forward progress, which means he's got no gain. We'll make it 3rd down and 7 at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, and that was all the edge man right there. Like we said, the offensive tackle's been getting beaten all game long. And right there on that run, the edge man got stood up all the way and was just waiting for the running back to get there to make that tackle.
So 3rd and 6 after the gain of 1 officially at the 41-yard line. 5:59 to go, 3rd quarter. Hitchcock up 20-14. Schobel in shotgun. Empty backfield for him. He looks back, steps, throws, ball is intercepted. It is picked off, and the Bulldogs have a wall inside the 10, inside the 5. It's past the 10. Ball came loose, not sure. It's a turnover. Wow, Brian Harris with the interception. A huge break. 2nd turnover caused by the Bulldog defense, and they've got an excellent opportunity to put some more momentum on their side.
And Adam Schobel stared down his receiver the entire play. As soon as the ball touched his hands, the entire defensive side knew exactly where that ball was going, and then it allowed the defender to move up into the line, move up into the path of that ball, get the interception. Like you said, he had a wall, and now Hitchcock is in scoring position once again.
1st and 10 at the Columbus 11-yard line. 5:39 to go here, 3rd quarter. Allen's just going to swing it out. Ball's going to be caught by Fisher, incomplete. He just dropped it. Ball was thrown low. As you can see, Allen saying his fault. Fisher had some room and could have had his 2nd touchdown of the night. Instead, it's an incompletion, makes it 2nd down and 10.
Absolutely. Just a low thrown ball, and you can't have that because I believe that was the right play call. Terrell Allen has been running with efficiency tonight, so you fake it to him just to keep the defense honest. It's 1st down. Get a little dink and dunk pass. You get the rhythm of the offense set up, but you can't have that. A low ball. I got to believe this time they're just going to hand it to Terrell Allen.
Bruton in the backfield with Allen. A flag and a false start, and the Bulldogs are starting the short circuit here as they have an opportunity to cut and go further beyond a 6-point lead.
Yeah, you cannot have this. You cannot have this. You are in position. You're not putting the final nail in the coffin, but you sure are putting one in if you score here. Now, and I actually just saw there, it was one of the offensive linemen. I'm trying to see which one. He's kind of covered up, but he literally put his hands out in front and kind of lowered them and literally just saying, hey, take a breath. It was number 74 for Hitchcock. Said, calm down. Darian Durham said, hey, guys, just take a breath. The senior calming everybody down and saying, let's just play ball.
Handoff is going to be Bruton, and Bruton slips up as he got hit by the old turf monster and lost a couple of yards. So rather than going forward, the Bulldogs are going backward.
Yeah, no doubt. It was about as soon as he hit that lettering right there, just kind of slipped out from under him. Not saying it was the paint's fault, just right about that point, couldn't get his footing under him. And you're seeing it, the Hitchcock offense kind of imploding and moving backwards right here. And now you've got to put the ball in the hands of that quarterback. Or, maybe you just run it, up the middle here and see if you can get good angle for your field goal kicker.
3rd down and 17. They need the 1-yard line for the 1st down. Allen has Dotson in the backfield with him. Dotson's going to go in motion. Allen back, throws, quick hitter, caught by Johnson. Johnson cuts back. Johnson gets close to the 10-yard line, so he'll pick up around 7 on that play.
Yeah, Brandon, we kind of talked about it earlier, how Hitchcock's field goal kicker has been a little hit or miss, literally, all season long. And now here we go, he's going to attempt it from here. But it's one of those things, you have to have those 3 points. And the reason they're not up 21-14 is a missed extra point earlier. But this is a chance for the kicker to redeem himself and say, "Hey, I got us 3 instead of 1 at least here." So we still get to go up by more than a touchdown.
28-yard attempt for Flores. Snap is up, kick is up, and this kick is going to wobble just enough. It's not how pretty it is. It's just the fact you put it over the middle, and that's exactly what Flores did. 3:43 to go, third quarter. New score, Hitchcock 23, Columbus 14 on the Clear Life Media Game of the Week.
In the Instrumentation Technology program at Galveston College, students engage in high-tech instruments and equipment used in automated systems that are critical to the operation of chemical plants, petrochemical refineries, air and water treatment facilities, and more.
I really enjoy the hands-on. All of this was just bolts and pieces. We built everything. So you're putting it together from the ground up, and you're really learning it.
For more information, visit gc.edu.
Welcome back, folks. Clear Life Media Game of the Week. Huge defensive stand by Hitchcock with the interception. Gets the turnover. The offensive drive kind of goes backwards just a bit. But the good news is they've kicked a field goal, and Hitchcock now leads 23-14.
Flores is set to kick off, and he will hammer it deep and down and field it by number 2, Pitchford, and Pitchford's going to be dragged down at around the 25-yard line. So not that big of a return for Pitchford, who has a touchdown tonight, as Columbus down 9 brings the offense back on the field with 3:35 to go here in the third.
Yeah, Columbus has the turnover on the previous drive, and so far the real story of this game to me has been the Hitchcock defense, how we've seen them get pressure. We've seen them force turnovers. We've seen them just causing chaos for that offense.
1st and 10 for Columbus at the 25-yard line. Schauble in a shotgun set. Bulldogs look like they're bringing the blitz, and they do. Schauble, quick throw. Ball is going to be caught. Reception made there by Pitchford, as he will go out of bounds at around the 38-yard line. So a gain of 13 on that play.
Yeah, just quick little pitch and catch right there. Columbus needs more of that. They need to manage to get a rhythm on offense, especially after the interception. And I like the short pass too. Again, we talked about getting, Hitchcock getting confidence built up for his backup quarterback. Your starter needs confidence too after a pick. So just get him the little short passes. Let him dink and dunk his way to feeling better about his arm.
1st and 10 for Columbus at the 36-yard line. Schauble in shotgun at the pistol set.
Pressure.
Schauble pump fake, looks, throws downfield, incomplete. Not sure who he was looking at. He had Pitchford up the middle, and also had number 9 Elijah Usher out there as well. Not sure who the intended target was, but nonetheless, it's an incomplete pass and a 2nd down and 10.
You said who was he looking at? I'll tell you who was looking at is those big defensive linemen coming through at him. That's exactly what caused that. Throwing off the back foot, just trying to find an open man downfield. You knew he had 2 people down in that vicinity. Just kind of throw it up and hope your guy comes down with it, but no such luck. 2nd and 10 now.
Fitzgerald in the backfield with Schauble on 2nd down. Schauble's going to toss it to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald's going to cut it back, gets past the 40-yard line to around the 42-yard line. So it's a gain of around 4 on that play. Actually, it's Brian Salazar, number 25, on the carry.
And that was eerily similar to the play that got busted up in the first quarter. That was a fumble that resulted in the Hitchcock getting the ball back. The only difference is the pitch made it there a half second earlier. I tell you what, man, the Hitchcock Bulldogs are just stacking the box so far. Let's see if they do it again.
3rd down and 6 coming up. 2:50 to go here in the third quarter. Bulldogs again showing blitz. Pitchford goes in motion to the near side. Schauble back, has pressure, steps up, throws off balance, and that ball is going to be caught. Excellent reception made by Braylon Fisher. A big catch that gives the Bulldogs an opportunity. They had an opportunity to get off the field, but now it's a 1st and 10 for Columbus at the Hitchcock 24.
And this has been the story of the game so far. If that blitz does not get there, those receivers are getting open deep. because they're in single coverage out there and able to get behind the defensive backs for these huge chunk plays, as it's been all or nothing so far for Columbus.
36-yard gain on that play. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line of Hitchcock. Clock running at 2:13 to go here in the third quarter. Salazar in the backfield with Schauble. Schauble back, has pressure, looks, has a man, throws away as the pressure came on him. They came close to getting another sack, but Schauble had no choice but to throw that one away.
Yeah, once again, the pressure. Hitchcock bringing the blitz and forcing Schauble to either make these miraculous long throws or just get rid of the ball, or, worst case scenario, take a sack.
2nd and 10 coming up for Columbus. 2 minutes, 3 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Again, 23-14. Hitchcock has done all the scoring here in the third quarter, as Columbus, a team that has averaged 59 points a game coming into tonight, has been held to 14. Schauble in shotgun, Salazar in the backfield with him. He will drop back, has pressure, steps, throws over the middle, and that is incomplete. And Pitchford wanted a flag, and he's going to get Christmas early.
Yeah, it looked to me like Averett Lacey was all over the back of that receiver, and I think the referee might have saw the same thing there.
Oh, there's not a question that Lacey was draped all over him. And again, it's one of those opportunities where incomplete pass would have made it 3rd and 10, but instead Hitchcock giving away free yardage, as this penalty is going to place the ball right outside the 10-yard line to the 9.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously you're going to see Hitchcock players, upset about it, frustrated about it, throwing their hands up. But a lot of the guys that are throwing their hands up saying, like, hey, what happened? That wasn't a penalty. We're in the backfield trying to blitz. So, yeah, you have guys up in single coverage, and they're having to fight for their life to not give up those big plays because they're back there by themselves against those receivers.
1st and goal now for Columbus.
This gets interesting. Here.
Tries to get Salazar going, and it'll be Schauble trying to go around the corner and does not get anything. Bulldogs were waiting on that one. Number 16 for the Bulldogs. That is going to be Jamarian Cooper with the stop.
And the reason I say this gets interesting is now that blitz can go full fire. And if you move your corners up, maybe press those receivers a little bit, they have less room to get behind you because you're in the red zone. There's less field in front of you. So now because you've shortened that field, the red zone, everything gets tighter. The same number of players, less playing space. So this is a much more difficult situation for Hitchcock. They need to run maybe a slant to get behind that blitz. And we talked about the screen earlier. Let's see what they go to here.
Loss of 4 on that play. 2nd and 13. Schauble rolls out, calls his own number, floats past a couple of defenders, and will be out near the 5-yard line. I'll probably spot him around the 7. So it's a gain of 6 for Schauble.
Yeah, just a simple little scramble. He managed to get around that blitz himself, just tuck the ball and run with it. Nothing wrong with that, just easy as can be. Managed to finally seal the edge, too. Very fortunate because they've had trouble sealing that edge all night long.
3rd down and goal at the 7-yard line. Clock running at 41 seconds to go here in the third quarter as the Cardinals break the huddle. Salazar is in the backfield with Schauble. Number 14, Cooper Osborne, is lined up at tight end. He'll have John Schauble going in motion. Play action fake, steps, throws, and it's incomplete. 2nd time tonight we've seen Schauble near the end zone, unable to pull one in.
And Brandon, that was the slant that I called for. You picture the defense in your head. All those linebackers moving towards the quarterback. It leaves a big space there in the backfield. And that slot receiver who's right there by the line can just slant in right where they were. And Brandon, it looks like they're going to go for it, of course. And
they're going to bring the field goal and get it in.
Excuse me.
It will be Mendoza. He missed the field goal earlier. He'll try to see if he can redeem himself here with 22 seconds to go here in the third quarter. It will be from 24 yards. Pitchford is the holder. Snap, hold, kick is up, and that ball goes way wide, and the Bulldogs hold once again.
And the Bulldogs fans, the Hitchcock fans, have come to life. They are stopping to the rhythm of We Will Rock You. And this whole sideline is just rocking right now, Brandon.
There's no question about it. Hitchcock's fans really enjoying the effort of that defense. Remember, Columbus came in here last year and hung 54 yards of offense, 54 points on them and over 500 yards of offense against this Bulldogs team. Hitchcock knew and wanted this rematch, and thus far tonight, their defense is really raising it up.
Yeah, they're playing like a defense that got 500 dropped on them last year and took that personally.
1st and 10 is going to be Bruton trying to turn the corner, bounces it out to around the 24-yard line, so he'll pick up 4. Clock is at 15 seconds to go in the third quarter.
And he just stepped out of bounds, so that's going to stop the clock. Looks like they'll probably get one more play if they can keep things in bounds.
Wait and see what they do here. They have been efficient here in the third quarter on all facets of the ball, offense, defense, and special teams. Allen in the backfield with Bruton.
Yeah, and it's been the balance that's really shown with Lloyd Jones out and Marcus Allen in.
Allen awaits the snap, gives it to Bruton. Bruton cuts back. Bruton breaks a couple of tackles. Bruton is going to be close to a first down.
He will get it.
He will get that first down on what will be the final play of a third quarter that has been dominated by the Hitchcock Bulldogs. Final seconds ticking off. The Bulldog fans rising up, getting their 4s up. Get your 4s up with us. We've got a wild fourth quarter ahead as Hitchcock, the number 5 team in the state, leads to the number 1 team in the state, Columbus, by a count of 23-14 on the Clear Life Media Game of the Week. PS call.
Folks, we are just about ready to start the fourth quarter. And Hitchcock, as you said, they came out of halftime, backup quarterback and all, and they have just had their rhythm. The defense has excelled so far in this one.
It has been a balanced effort by the Bulldogs in the wake of the injury to Lloyd Jones. Marcus Allen has done a good job of being the point guard, like you mentioned, as on the first play of the fourth quarter. It is a handoff to Bruton, and Bruton will get the ball past the 35 to around the 36-yard line. So a pickup about 4 on that play.
Yeah, Brandon, you know I'm old school. I always am, probably always will be. I'm a big believer when you have a lead, especially a 2-point lead in the fourth quarter, or a 2-possession lead or more, run the football. Get this game closed out because the other team is the one that has to play catch-up, so make that hard for them.
Oh, no doubt. Without question, there is no doubt on that. You have to let these guys get their hands on their hips. A long, sustained drive would be a backbreaker. Man in motion, going to the near side. It'll be Allen giving it to Bruton, and Bruton is not going to get much on that one as the Bulldogs were not able to contain the front 7 of the Columbus Cardinals.
Yeah, and Columbus has stepped up their defense as well. You know, ever since the scoring drive, they've been stepping up. It was unfortunately they were able to get down, or Hitchcock was able to get down after the interception and get a field goal still, but you know, Columbus knows that they need stops to win this ball game. They're down by 9. They need stops and they need points.
3rd down and 5 coming up for the Bulldogs. Ball at the 37-yard line, and it will be Allen back. Looks, throws, ball is going to be caught. It'll be a first down. Catch made by number 7, Cole Fisher. The man who caught the first touchdown makes another big play, and it's going to move the chains and keep that Columbus defense on the field just a little while longer.
Yeah, Brandon, once again, it's not these huge chunk plays. It's a little perimeter passes, a little 5-yard play, and let your receiver, let the starters make their plays. Have the backup just needs to do enough. to get the ball to the guys that are starting for you, and then let them move the rest of the way.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Clock running at 10:08 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Number 12, Jamari Cooper lines up an H-back as they go pistol set. There'll be a handoff to Bruton, and Bruton is going to get maybe a yard, if that. He moves the ball forward. Stop made by number 61 for Columbus. That is Christopher Quinn. So a pickup at 1 will make it 2nd down and 9 at the 46-yard line. Clock running at 9:41 and counting.
Yeah, just let that clock tick away if you're Hitchcock. Even if you just get 3 points on this drive, that can be a huge game changer. That could be, once again, it's not the final nail, but it's a nail in the coffin. That's what you want if you're a Hitchcock fan here.
2nd and 9 coming up. Allen gets a snap, hands the ball off. It's going to be a nice run and a huge run. It's going to be Dotson. Dotson carrying defenders. Dotson inside the 25-yard line.
Brandon, the offensive line for Hitchcock just mugged that defensive front. By the time that Dotson encountered a defender, he was already 5-6 yards past the line of scrimmage. My goodness, just a mauling of the offensive line there, moving forward and moving the man in front of you. It's exactly what you need for Hitchcock. They are knocking at the door now, getting a little bit closer to that red zone.
Gain of 28 on that play. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 26 of Columbus. 8:55 to go here in the fourth quarter. A touchdown here and an extra point would make it a 2-score game, and it's the extreme 2-score game. 2 touchdowns, two conversion passes or runs. However, they get them. But right now, it is the Bulldogs. Hand the ball off. Actually, it's a swing pass. Ball is going to be caught by Fisher. Fisher gets a couple of yards. He stays in bounds, keeps the clock running, as it's a gain of about maybe 3 with 8 minutes and 34 seconds left.
Yeah, and I love that they're keeping the ball between the sidelines here. They're just keeping the clock moving. They're moving the ball efficiently. They're using, again, we talked about it, it's these little point guard passes and these runs that give your skill players the chance to move downfield.
Again, Bulldogs not in a rush right now, as they're going to let as much of that clock run down as possible.
The time is on their side, Brandon.
8:10 to go. Man in motion, and it will be Bruton trying to cut back. Evades one defender, loses his helmet. That was a face mask of the worst kind, as that is going to be tagged for 15 yards. That was Kelshawn Johnson on the jet sweep.
And this is also why I love the short gain. I love the 4-yard, 5-yard, because defenses get frustrated. What do you mean we can't stop them for 3 yards? What do you mean we can't stop them for 4 yards? What do you mean this game is slipping away from us 4 yards at a time? And then all of a sudden you just start grabbing whatever you can to get the stop, and that helmet pops off. Now I have a face mask. We talked about it earlier. The frustration sets in. Now all of a sudden you're jumping off sides. You're doing whatever you can to get a stop. It's desperation time, and right now it's paying off with Columbus penalties is giving Hitchcock fresh sets of downs.
1st and 10 at the Columbus 12-yard line with 7:49 to go. Dotson in the backfield with Cooper. That was the H-back. Allen will give it to Dotson, and he is going to be stopped almost immediately. That was Quinn, 61, the first man there. Also in there, number 59, Keon Hemphill Woods.
Yeah, nobody touched those defenders. It was like they were supposed to block down or zone down to the next defender and just completely forgot to check the first person. So that run had no chance on that one.
2nd and 10 from the 12-yard line of Columbus, 7-11 and counting here in the fourth quarter. It's a 23-14 lead for the number 5 team in state as they look to pull off the upset of number 1 Columbus and take control of first place in district. They'll fake the jet sweep. They'll hand it off to Dotson, but the Bulldogs not able to outsmart Columbus as Quinn yet again with another stop as Dotson gets maybe a yard, maybe lost a yard on that one. So now it's a 3rd down and 11 coming up for Hitchcock at their at the Columbus 13-yard line.
Yeah, and I think that's London Guidry, that's getting beat on that play. He actually just got pulled from the game. That's twice now he's gotten beaten by Quinn, and Quinn has blown this play up to make it a 3rd and
looks like a 3rd and 11 at 13.
Yeah, looking through the foggy windows, folks.
They need to get the ball to the 1-yard line for a first down. Dotson in the backfield with Allen. Always the snap. Allen drops back, looking, floats the ball out. Ball is going to be caught by Dotson. But Dotson gets the ball inside the 10 to around maybe the 6-yard line where he is stopped. We'll see if the Bulldogs bring in the field goal unit to extend the lead and make it a 12-point game.
And this is an interesting call here. You make it a 12-point game. Honestly, the way your defense is playing, I say you go for it. Because this is either nailing the coffin here with the score, or you're trusting your defense to be able to hold that Columbus offense for the entire length of the field. I say you go for it here.
And it looks like that's exactly what they're going to do, is that they are going to go for this one here. Clock running down, 5:26 and counting. Looks like they're going to let this play clock run down and maybe then call the timeout. With a smart play by Craig Smith, maximize that time that you have and then re-hold up the troops for a fourth down play. That's exactly what he does. We'll keep the timeout here with 5:10 to go here in the fourth quarter. Right now, Clay, if you're Columbus, this is indeed, back to the wall time. You've got to make the stop right here.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And the defense has stepped up in this red zone. There's no doubt about it. They have absolutely stepped up, and they have been bend but don't break on this drive. But if you give up the touchdown here and go down 2 scores, you are in the deepest, darkest water, because your offense has struggled all night. Hitchcock has brought the blitz. They forced a turnover, or they forced multiple turnovers, as a matter of fact. Fumble early in the first quarter, the interception we saw in the third. And now, how do they defend here, and then how do you have to respond as your offense? You have to have that get up and go, because Hitchcock has just eaten up the majority of this fourth quarter on this drive, which, like we said, that's what they wanted to do.
And this is a drive that is approaching 7 minutes. They got the ball with a few seconds to go here in the third quarter, but have continued holding on to the ball throughout the first 6 minutes and 50 seconds of the fourth quarter.
And let's not forget the true story of this. This is all with backup quarterback Marquise Allen after an injured Lloyd Jones came out in the second quarter.
So fourth down coming up for Hitchcock. They need to get the ball to the 1-yard line for first down. Empty backfield for Allen. He has a man in motion. Back to throw. Allen looking. Has time. Looking. Stops. Throws. Ball caught. Touchdown! Touchdown, David Howard! And with 5 minutes and 2 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter, number 1 is on the ropes, and the Bulldogs are still swinging.
I tell you what, it was the little scramble that Marquise Allen did that moved those defensive backs up. They were thinking, defend the goal line. And then all of a sudden, David Howard just moves along the back of that end zone, just walks and totes the line of the back of that end zone until the pass is put up and caught.
Waiting for the extra point, the snap, the hold, the kick is up. It is good. 5 minutes, 2 seconds remaining here in Hitchcock, and we might be on the verge of an upset as number 5 is looking to dethrone number 1. It is 30-14 Hitchcock over Columbus on the Clear Life Media Game of the Week.
Of your future, Galveston College is here to help you build your tomorrow. Get ready for an engaging and vibrant college experience where you can explore endless possibilities. Immerse yourself in our beautiful campus where innovation meets inspiration at every turn. Worried about paying for college? Galveston College is one of the most affordable colleges in Texas. Located near the beach, you can enjoy the best of both worlds, quality education and fun in the sun. So what are you waiting for? Register now at gc.edu and start building your tomorrow at Galveston College.
Tiptoed along the back.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back, folks. The Clear Life Media Game of the Week, and we are on the verge of an upset. Number 5 leads number 1. The Bulldogs lead the Columbus Cardinals 30-14 with 5:02 left in the fourth.
A drive that took almost 7 minutes off of the fourth quarter clock, capped off by Marquise Allen's 6-yard touchdown pass to a wide-open David Howard. And right now, Columbus has got to throw the ball, and everyone on that Hitchcock defense knows it. I would suspect Clay, you're going to see even more of a pass rush.
No doubt about it. You know what that offense has to do. So sell out. Force them to use that deep ball. The deep ball that's already been intercepted at one point in this ball game. I mean, that's the only way that Columbus has been able to really have success is when that ball can just get off. I say look at those edge rushers, get those linebackers on the outside of those offensive tackles, and force them to get out and stop that edge rush, because so far Columbus has not been able to do it.
1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line with 4 minutes and 55 seconds left.
We'll see if they stack the box.
Columbus needs a touchdown, a two-pointer, an onside kick, a touchdown, and a two-pointer. Easier said than done. Schauble drops back, has pressure, feels the pressure. It won't get past it this time. No, he got away. He throws the ball, floats it away, incomplete. Somehow he kept his balance despite the fact that he had 3 Bulldogs that were ready to drag him down.
My goodness. And that's just fighting for your life, which has really been the story of this game for Adam Schauble. Just fighting, staying alive just long enough to make a play. And that time, that blitz came right up the gut, right up the middle of that offensive line. You have got to get in the ear of those offensive linemen and say, have some pride. You know how to block. We're undefeated for a reason. We're 7-0. We're number 1 for a reason. And it's not because you guys don't know how to execute. You have to get in their ear and let them know, whether you're a coach or a team captain, and say, hey, go out and execute right now. We need to give our quarterback time if we are going to win this game.
Salazar in the backfield. 2nd down. Schauble back again. Pressure. They'll step up throws. Ball is going to be caught. Reception made by Pitchford. Pitchford down to around the 49-yard line, so he'll pick up 15 yards on that one.
And Brandon, Columbus has started to put 2 backs back there to help with this pass rush. They've got a halfback, maybe 2 halfbacks, and a fullback, but they've got multiple backs behind that offensive line just to slow this down, which isn't a bad idea at all, especially if they're going to continue to bring 5, 6, 7 people, because that means you're still getting those receivers in single coverage out there.
For a team down 16, they're taking their brisk, sweet time to get the ball downfield. As you see, they're trying to do max protection here. Schauble back, heaves this one up, looking. There's a man caught wide open for the 50-yard touchdown as Braylon Fisher.
That's what we talked about. When you bring that much of a blitz, and now it's being picked up by those running backs, it leaves your corners, it leaves those defensive backs on an island out there by themselves. And Columbus clearly has the speed to get that ball behind the defensive backs. We've seen it tonight. That's been their most successful play. Now, here's the tricky part. Columbus also needs 2. They need 2 to start cutting into this deficit. So let's see what they call here, since, again, as we said, they've only had success really with the deep ball, and they are not going to have much room to get deep.
Schauble throws his 3rd touchdown pass of the night with 4:09 remaining. They do definitely need to get this 2-point conversion here to make it a 1-score game. And it looks like you could see a timeout, and does look like it will be. We happen to be listening to the Columbus coaches that said they wanted a timeout. We'll take it with them. 4:09 to go, 4th quarter. It is Hitchcock 30, Columbus 20 on the Clear Life Media Game of the Week.
Live in Santa Fe for the Clear Life Media Game of the Week.
Has a first down. Got a block. Is going to score!
Don't be surprised. Insurance companies offer bad deals for injury claims. And many lawyers, they take the bad deal, they move on to the next case.
Mitchell is going to be stuffed.
You have a choice. Hire a lawyer who will do the work. Set the tone against the insurance companies so that you get the max for your injury case. So call Lone Star Injury Attorneys, where we do the work. We punish the insurance companies when they give bad deals. Lone Star Injury Attorneys is a proud sponsor of the Game of the Week on Clear Life Media.
Welcome back, folks, as we get ready for Columbus to attempt the 2-point conversion, as they are down 10 points here after a huge bomb of a pass on the previous play.
Schauble has thrown 3 touchdown passes. He needs this 2-point conversion here. And a stoppage this time. It's Hitchcock that's going to take the timeout as they keep trying to feel each other out. One thing, and I want to keep it here because we've talked a lot about how Hitchcock has managed and has fared very well without Lloyd Jones. But keep in mind that Columbus's offense kind of lost some steam when they lost Grayson Rigdon, number 1. He was their kind of a do-all for them out of the backfield as a runner and a receiver. He took a huge hit in the first half, showed up for a few more plays, but we really have not seen him in the second half.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you don't realize how much you rely on one player until they go down, and all of a sudden you've got a backup there, or maybe you moved the person who was ahead of him in the lineup now moves to that outside, and now all of a sudden your whole offense is shifted around a bit. So it's something to look for. You lose one option, and now your whole offense plays just a little bit differently. A few plays come out of the playbook that were surefire before, and now they're a little iffy.
Tight formation for Columbus on the far side, as they will run a little bit of trickeration. They'll toss this one up to Schauble, and he loses the football. And they're going to give it to him. He broke the plane. He broke the plane. Oh, my.
That's interesting, because I wonder if he had possession of that ball.
I don't know if he had possession of the ball at all. He looked like he was bobbling it as he got to the goal line. Nonetheless, it's a 2-point conversion that is going to make it 30-22. So with 4:09 to go, there's still a pulse for Columbus here. If you're Columbus, obviously you're not going to onside kick. You're going to try to maybe get a short kick, keep one of the upbacks in check, and hope that you can get a 3-and-out from your defense and give Schauble and the offense one last shot.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's an interesting call. That'll be one to go back and look. Again, you have the feed here, Clear Live Media. Go back and watch that replay anytime you want. But, man, oh, man, that's a heartbreaker if you're Hitchcock, because you got to feel like you did it right, but you still gave up the 2. Now you got to clear your heads, go out, execute on offense. They executed brilliantly on the previous drive. As you said, they eliminated about 7 minutes, and they only need to eliminate about 4 now and put some more points on the board to get the distance, or just hold on to the football for another 4 minutes and 9 seconds, and you can walk out of here with the upset.
Columbus has 2 timeouts remaining. Hitchcock has 1. So if the Bulldogs are able to get a first down here, they will start forcing Columbus to start really considering using those last 2 timeouts, as we're going to see a squib kick by Schauble, and it's a one-hopper that's going to bounce around, and it'll be fielded by the Bulldogs. Looked a little iffy for a moment, but it is recovered by Hitchcock.
Yeah, just a little onside kick trying to make something happen, but Hitchcock comes up with it.
3 seconds fall off the clock, so 4:06 left. Bulldogs are going to have good field position here, as they're going to spot the ball at the 46-yard line up the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Columbus has played good defense so far, other than, giving up the yardage and everything like that, but they have been bend but don't break so far. But now you need to break that offense. That needs to be the mindset here.
You need a turnover if you're Columbus. You need a turnover or a quick 3-and-out to where you don't have to consider using any of your timeouts. Allen in shotgun has Dotson in the backfield with him. He'll hand it off to Dotson, and Dotson's going to break past one defender, and that's all he's going to get, because number 3, Fink Lyric, and number 4, Schauble, was there on the stop to keep that play minimal.
Absolutely. Columbus defense is going to swarm to that football every time it goes close to somebody. They're absolutely right now looking to just attack the football. They need turnovers. They need turnover on downs or a turnover in general right here.
Clock still running at 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Again, a timeout situation. Hitchcock has 1. Columbus has 2, as we get a 2nd down and 8 at the 48-yard line of Hitchcock. Marquise Allen directing traffic out of the backfield.
Clock is ticking. They will take their time.
He's got Dotson in the backfield with him. He'll get the snap. He'll hand it to Dotson, and Dotson tries to turn the corner. Does. 45. Close to a first down as he got past midfield.
And he went out of bounds, too, so that's going to stop the clock.
And that will indeed do so. It stops it at 3:09, and it's a gain of 6. So it'll be a 3rd down and 2 coming up for Hitchcock.
Yeah, if I'm Coach Craig Smith, I'm almost telling him, 4 yards and get down. Just make this as long a drive as humanly possible. As long as you can make it. 4, 5, 6 yards, whatever you can get, and get down in bounds. You do not want this clock stopping.
As good as this offensive line has been tonight, it would just be unfathomable that they can't get 2 yards on 2 plays. 3rd down and 2 coming up at the 46-yard line of Columbus. The handoff is going to be to Dotson, and Dotson is going to be real close. I think he got it. Forward momentum should be enough to move the chains, and the officials are saying that's exactly what they're doing. So, no, they're saying it's a yard short. He's a yard short. I thought he had the 1st down. They weren't going to give him the forward momentum, but it does force Columbus to use one of their last 2 timeouts with 2:56 left.
Yeah, he was signaling for the 1st down, but he was about a yard behind the sticks. I think he was signaling and then looked back and realized they still had about a yard to go. I tell you what, this is crunch time right here. This is absolutely, this is that Friday Night Lights kind of, 4th and 1. You need the ball back. You need a touchdown. What can the defense do? Step up right now. And if you're the offensive side, you got to think, hey, we just need 1 yard to win this ball game. We've been fighting hard for all 48 minutes. Just 1 more yard to seal the deal. That's the mindset right here if you're a coach. Get in their ear. Let them know that it's do or die right here on this play.
622 watching this one on the live chat. We certainly appreciate your support here tonight. We have not disappointed you with this humdinger of a game. 4th and 1. This is pretty much your ball game here, kids. Bulldogs need a 1st down to keep this clock churning. Columbus needs a stop to get the ball back. It's as simple as that.
Got to think you just hand it to Terrell Allen. He has been money so far with the speed, and Columbus will stack the box. Trying to force that offsides with the hard count. Nothing going. Timeout. Good discipline there from a team that has been rocky at times tonight. Columbus holds strong, does not jump on the hard count there. Good job from the Columbus front 7.
And Hitchcock uses their last timeout. We'll go ahead and take a quick timeout with them. 3:02 to go. It is Columbus trailing Hitchcock 30-22 on the Clear Life Media Game of the Week.
In the Instrumentation Technology program at Galveston College, students engage in high-tech instruments and equipment used in automated systems that are critical to the operation of chemical plants, petrochemical refineries, air and water treatment facilities, and more.
I really enjoy the hands-on. All of this was just bolts and pieces. We built everything. So you're putting it together from the ground up, and you're really learning it.
For more information, visit gc.edu.
Welcome back, folks. As Hitchcock comes back on the field, we were discussing during the break. You said put him under center. I said hand it to Terrell Allen. And it looks like they're going to go to the gun here.
And you made an excellent point that Allen probably was not that comfortable being under center. As man in motion, it's going to be a toss to Allen. Allen turns the corner, and I don't think he got it.
I don't think so.
Not quite sure what the Bulldogs were thinking there, but the toss to Allen, Columbus stretched that play out, and they shortened the field. They deny Hitchcock the opportunity, and it's a 1st and 10 Columbus at their own 45 with 2:57 left and 1 timeout remaining.
And I think we were kind of thinking the same thing. You give it to Terrell Allen, but it's got to be up the center. You've got to let him run downhill and use that speed, acceleration, aggressiveness to win this ball game. But when you stretch it, those Columbus players have time to get there. And look at this, Brandon. They're not back in the – they don't have those running backs back again. So I got to wonder if the pressure comes.
1st and 10, Shovel drops back, 3-man rush, has pressure, steps, looks, throws. Ball is going to be caught. Reception made by Braylon Fisher as he gets the ball past midfield and will be dragged down at around the 47-yard line.
And they got to expect there's going to be a little bit of urgency here for Columbus.
2nd and 2 at the 47 of Hitchcock, 2:31 remaining. Columbus does have 1 timeout left. Hitchcock is fresh out of timeouts.
So interesting. They have called off the blitz entirely. They're now just bringing 3 down linemen. They have not done this all night long.
Pitch for motion as Shovel drops back, looking, steps up. He's just going to fling this one up in the air, and it's caught! Touchdown! Lightning striking twice. Braylon Fisher from 47 yards, and with 2 minutes and 4 seconds left, Columbus, who looked like they were on the verge of defeat, are a conversion play away from tying this game.
And Brandon, all night we've been saying that if the quarterback gets time, those receivers will get behind the defensive backs. It's really been the story. And now all of a sudden, here in the fourth, Hitchcock drops 3 down linemen. They stop bringing their blitz. They give the quarterback time, and lo and behold, the receiver gets behind those defensive backs. The sophomore has done it twice. He's caught more touchdown or as many touchdown passes as he's been a high schooler. My goodness, the man getting down there and is about to tie this game. They are 2-point conversion away.
30-28 is the score now. Columbus needs this conversion.
I think Hitchcock needs to bring that blitz. You need
and
to bring that blitz.
Timeout, and Columbus is going to use their last timeout. So nobody's got a way to stop the clock here with 2:04 to go. If you're Columbus, Clay, what's your call?
I tell you what, it's an interesting thing to think about because they barely got the 2-point conversion on the previous play with the trickeration. You have to be aware that Hitchcock is going to bring that blitz. There's not enough field behind them to run the deep route. I'm calling the slant. I'm calling because you almost scored on it previously. You put the slot receiver out, maybe number 22, maybe you motion your halfback out. Don't know what plays they have. But the slot receiver, the one closest to that blitz, needs to go up and in and slant in to get behind that blitz. A quick throw. Do not have your quarterback hold that ball for more than 2 seconds, more than a second. He has to get the ball behind those defenders on the double.
Excellent call on that one, Clay. 655 people on the live chat now. Spread the word. We might have free football here in 2 minutes and 4 seconds if Columbus makes this conversion. But, again, they have to make this conversion to keep this game going.
No doubt about it. Other than that, they've got the onside kick. But I tell you, man, this ball game, you talk about ups and downs. You talk about number 5 versus number 1. You talk about the Clear Life Media game of the week. This is it, folks. It's all coming down to this 2-point conversion. And Hitchcock's side has come to life.
Salazar in the backfield with Schobel.
Number 2 is your
and
slant man.
And a free play potentially as someone jumped early, and it looks like it could be Hitchcock. We'll wait to see who.
It.
Both teams are saying someone jumped.
That might have been a false start.
Not sure what the call is going to be. We'll wait to see what the call is, and it looks like it is going to be encroachment, which will give Columbus the ball at the 1.
My goodness. That's frustrating because you did complete the pass in the end zone, but encroachment stops the play.
So now that playbook of Columbus gets a little wider now.
And they took that play the opposite way on that one. They ran the out route to the receiver. It's not a bad play as well. So we'll see what they do here.
They're going to get Schobel under center. And that's a big quarterback to try to slow down when especially he's a yard from the goal line. Man in motion. They'll try to push the ball in, and it will work. And we have got ourselves a tie ball game with 2:04 to go after the Schobel conversion. We'll take a quick timeout. Buckle up, people. We're in for a wild finish on the Clear Life Media Game of the Week.
My name's Thomas with Garcia's Detailing, and we're out here at Clear Life Media in League City, Texas, and we're about to be working on this Sierra HD 2500. We're going to be doing a 2-stage paint correction. We're going to be laying down our ceramic System X. We're going to be doing a 5-year warranty for these guys. This truck's going to shine like never before with the hands of Garcia's Detailing, because when you put love into the art, it shows.
Welcome back, folks. Clear Life Media Game of the Week. It's right there in the title. It's number 5 versus number 1, the Hitchcock Bulldogs, the Columbus Cardinals. And, folks, we are all tied up. 30-30 after a Cardinals comeback, converting 2 2-point conversions, and now about to kick the ball off back to the Bulldogs. And, Brandon, we were talking about it. To me, the big turning point as we see the kickoff here, the big turning point. We'll watch this. There was a fair catch called. Or no, actually, no. I apologize. But the 4th down call when Hitchcock had a 4th and 1. to run the play wide. And then you see there on the previous, after the encroachment call, Columbus ran, they needed 1 yard to get the 2-point conversion, and they just snuck the ball for 1 yard.
Yeah.
And it's, which way are you trying to move? Are you trying to move laterally, or are you trying to move 1 yard forward? And so, to me, that's the big call. And you said it yourself. You don't understand it. I don't understand it. But regardless, I'm kind of glad it happened because we've got a 30-30 tie ball game with a backup quarterback, and things are about to get real exciting on this drive.
1st and 10 for Hitchcock at their own 31-yard line. 1:59 to go here in the game. Neither team has a timeout remaining. Allen in shotgun, empty backfield, will step back. He'll throw a quick hitter to Bruton. Bruton to the 35, maybe to around the 36. So he'll pick up around 5 or 6 yards on that play. Bulldogs will go no huddle.
And their kicker has been iffy tonight. He has 1 field goal, 1 missed extra point, and a second missed field goal, I believe.
No, he's hit both his field goals.
He's hit both his field goals.
Back to throw. Ball's going to be caught by Bruton again. Bruton cuts it to around the 40, so he's going to be about a yard short of a first down.
And they're moving. They are moving quick. The Bulldogs are in the hurry up here.
3rd and 1 at the 40-yard line.
I think Bruton might be cramping up as well.
He's going to stay on the field, 1:15 and counting.
Actually, that's Kelshawn Johnson out there cramping up. I saw him kind of dancing and shaking that leg.
They've got Johnson and Howard lined up outside. Bruton and Fisher and slot. It's a handoff to Dotson. And Dotson is not going to get the first down.
3rd and 1. Does not get it. Columbus stands tall and stands strong. They're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage there.
But that's about it. So it's 4th down with 43 seconds left, and neither team looks like they're going to set for a punting situation.
Yeah, you have got to punt this ball away. As hot as Columbus's offense is right now, you cannot give them the football back with this short of field position.
40-yard line, 4th and 1, 27 seconds left in regulation. Neither team has a timeout left.
They're having a discussion like they do have a timeout.
I don't know as to why there's not. Neither team has a timeout. Unless they've sacrificed the 5-yard penalty. Nope. So here we are. It is a delay-up game. So, yes, they did take the delay-up game. So it will be a 4th and 6. They'll take the yardage. It'll take them back to their 35-yard line. 6 seconds left here in regulation.
You got to believe they're saying just get down there and protect the football, get down there and cover the ball. And they're going to take all the time in the world to have this discussion here.
Oh, no doubt. It will take a play of an incredible nature for this game to finish, not to go into overtime.
There's actually a miscommunication on the scoreboard there. The score clock or the scoreboard has run down to 0.
Sherwood is the punter. It should be 6 seconds on the clock. Sherwood is the punter for Hitchcock. We can see back deep for Columbus. That is Pitchford.
Yeah, and I don't think you got a quarterback back there that can throw the ball 80 yards downfield.
No.
So you just –
I think your best thing if you're Hitchcock is that you just need a good snap and just get the ball out. High snap. He will hang this one.
Punt it as high as you can.
And gets a big bounce. It goes out of bounds.
There's a flag.
Flag down. Not sure what. Yeah, I'm not sure. The play clock is at 0.
Yeah, the play clock is. They were told 6 seconds left. I saw the official signal that. So you were correct. There will be 6 seconds. But if that's a penalty, then
if it's a penalty on Hitchcock, then
we'll get one more play in regulation.
Yes, we'll get a play for regulation, and it'll be Columbus with an opportunity to just heave this thing up and see what happens.
You know, in winging a prayer, it's one of those, like we've said, they have won the deep battle all night long. So you got to think that's a shot you take if you're Columbus. And
Shawwell's got 4 touchdown passes on the night, and it looks like they're just going to be content to just let the ball go, let the clock run down.
I guess they took the flag up.
And we've got overtime. Free football, people. Ooh. We've got 760 people live. Let's see if we can get 1,000 before it's all said and done, because this game is worth it.
My goodness. Yeah, tweet it out, text it out, send it out. Let them know we're going to overtime with a top 5 Texas high school football matchup. It does not get any better, and it's only on the Clear Life Media Game of the Week, folks. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here, and we ain't done, folks.
Far from it. We got plenty more football to go here as we are starting overtime here in Hitchcock. It looked like Hitchcock had this game won. 5:02 to go. They went up 30-14 on the touchdown pass from Allen to David Howard. But on the ensuing drive, Columbus stormed back a 50-yard touchdown pass by Schobel to Braylon Fisher. And then, after getting the conversion, they stopped Hitchcock on downs and get a 47-yard touchdown pass from Schobel to, again, Braylon Fisher. So we've got overtime, and we'll wait to see who gets the ball first.
And in my mind, this is what separates the top 5 teams, your top 10 teams, from the rest of the pack. It's the ability to fight for the entire 48 minutes, the ability to consistently play football. You know, it's not about doing it right on 1 play, on 2 plays, 3 plays. It's about consistency over time that makes you great at something, whether it's football, whether it's life, whether it's a job. Consistency over time is what separates you from the rest of the pack.
No question about it, as we are 30-30. Getting ready to start overtime here at Hitchcock Stadium. Appreciate the fans watching this one. Yeah, without a doubt, Edward, what a game, and we're not finished.
Yeah, no doubt. And it's tough to even say who has the momentum right now, because Columbus has scored twice, but they've been, you know, you talk about that 2-point conversion that was so close, bobbling in the hands, and the referee still gave it to him.
There's your difference.
There's penalties. And Columbus will be on defense first. Now, for those that don't know, in overtime, with this overtime, we should explain the way it works. If you score a touchdown, the other team will have an opportunity to score a touchdown or kick a field goal. They have a chance to match. If they can't do that, they can't respond, then you will win the game. Now, if you can't score a touchdown or a field goal, then the other team can do either one, will wind up winning. Whoever can score first. It's basically, you know, can you top that? And then on top of that, you always want to go defense first. You always want to be defensive first, so you know what your offense has to do. As you see here, these teams are getting this crowd hyped up.
First down, Allen will hand it off to Dotson. Dotson turns the corner. Dotson almost got out of there, gets past the 20-yard line, stopped it around maybe the 17. So a game of about 7 or 8 on that play. See where they'll spot it at. They'll spot it at the 17. So it's a gain of 8. So second down and 2 for Hitchcock.
Yeah, and Dotson is fired up, man. You got to believe he wants the ball. Just keep handing it to me. Let me close this game. You got to think that all the seniors are feeling that way on this team.
It is a senior-laden squad. A historic squad that has given Hitchcock a lot of wonderful memories. Back to throw. He'll fling this one up. Looking, and complete. Wanted Kelshawn Johnson, but could not finish it.
And that ball went right through his hands.
That was Bruton, my fault. But still a opportunity missed there.
And not the best thrown ball. Bruton had to come back to it, find it, and he tried to catch it. Instead of catching it like the hands, he tried to catch it like a punt, and it just goes right through those elbows. And I tell you, again, not the best thrown ball by Marquise Allen, but great receivers make those catches. You have to catch that ball in the end zone. Your quarterback, hook or crook, got it to you.
3rd down and 2 coming up. Dotson in the backfield with Allen.
I'm handing this one off here.
See what the call be. Swings it out. Quick play hitter. Bruton is going to be dragged down. And once again, the Columbus defense comes up aces. Stop made this time by number 10, Jack Schobel.
I tell you what, man, that was just player beat player right there. The ball was in his hands, and you got to make a move to get off. Good, sound, fundamental defense by Schobel. Broke down in his stance, watched the moves, kept his eyes on the waist, on the numbers, not watching the head movement, not watching the feet. He's looking at the numbers, and he's watching this play break down and then makes the tackle.
timeout by Hitchcock. We're going to keep this one here as we're about to approach 800 live chatter. Spread the word. We've got an overtime game as Hitchcock, again, facing a 4th and short. It has been really the thing that has kept this game going, their inability to convert on 4th and short.
No doubt about it. And we see you, Edward. Thank you. You thank us for great broadcasts and announcers. We thank you for being great fans of high school football, fans of Clear Life Media. We thank you for hanging around with us for all 4 quarters and then some. We could not do it without you. And, folks, Hitchcock's got a tough decision here because there's no doubt that Columbus has momentum on the offensive side of the ball at this point. They have stopped them on defense, and it looks like they're going to go.
They'll go.
They don't get it. That means Columbus would just need a field goal to win this ball game. This is a very interesting call here from Craig Smith.
4th down and 2 coming up. Allen back, steps, throws. Ball is caught by Dotson. Holds on and keeps the drive alive.
Brandon, put the ball in Dotson's hands. Put the ball in his hands. He had the run on 1st down. He picked up about 8. And then you went to other players and watched them. You saw a drop pass. You saw a play not be made on the outside. Dotson just made that play there, and now they're going to take him out of the game. I don't understand this. Feed the hot hand.
I don't understand it either unless he's injured, and it doesn't appear that he is.
Feed the hot hand. I'm a big believer in that. If a player is fired up and ready to go, keep handing them the ball.
Terrell Allen is in the game now with Marquise Allen. It'll be a handoff to Terrell Allen. He's going to be down inside the 5s. He takes the defender with him. Took Quinn along for a little bit of a ride down at the 5-yard line. So he'll pick up around 4.
Yeah, and Christopher Quinn is making big plays for this defense. You know, he's the defensive tackle in the middle, and he's moving his way to the outside and still making tackles on the perimeter. That's hustle by your big men down there at the defensive line, trying to hold on for dear life. But, hey, you know what? Hitchcock picks up the 4th down there. That's a good story for them because they've struggled to do that, as you said, all night. Now they just need to punch it in the end zone here to make life difficult for this Columbus offense.
2nd down and goal coming up. Terrell Allen in the backfield with Marquise Allen. Shotgun set. 3 receivers set. And it'll be a handoff to Terrell Allen. And Terrell Allen dives short of the goal line. It'll be tackled at the 1.
My goodness.
Shoestring tackle kept Allen from the end zone.
It's going to make it 3rd and 1 now, Brandon. 3rd and 1. How many Friday Night Lights style movie moments can we have? 3rd and 1 in overtime, trying to go up over the number 1 team in the state. This is why we do this. This is phenomenal football right here.
You don't get these every week, but when you do get one of them, you cherish it for all it's worth. 3rd down and short. Ball at the 2-yard line. Bulldogs looking to regain a lead that they had snatched away from them late in the 4th quarter. Allen gets the snap, calls his own number. We'll toss it to Allen. Allen inside the 5. Got it! Got it! Touchdown, Hitchcock. Marquise Allen tossed it to Terrell Allen, and Allen does the work from a yard out, and an all-important extra point coming up.
No doubt. It was a speed option. You get the ball in the hands of the quarterback and let him move to the perimeter, and he's watching those defenders. If they come to him, the running back gets the ball. If they go to the running back, he keeps the ball. It's just running and scanning. You're trying to find the opening in that defense, and they just did find it. Just did find it. Terrell Allen inching his way across the goal line.
So the extra point by Flores will make it a 7-point game. We await the snap. The kick is up. The kick is good. Most important extra point from Flores, and it's 37-30, and the pressure is now on Columbus to keep this game going.
No doubt about it. Columbus gets ready to come out, and we talked about it, Brandon. They have success when they have receivers that can run deep downfield. In overtime, you start at the 25, so they will not have a lot of space to get downfield right now. Hitchcock, in my opinion, I think they need to go back to their blitz. It's what they've had the most success with. It's what they've caused the most chaos with. It's what they've upset Columbus's offense with all night long. And when they got away from that was when Adam Schobel was able to complete those deep passes downfield. You have to get pressure on him. You cannot let him sit back there. Make him tap dance like a ballerina and force him to throw the ball.
Chris Everett saying that they're wearing out that claw hammer. They had to pull those nails out of the coffin, but they need just one more stop to put that final nail in the coffin and get out of here with the win. But Adam Schobel has thrown 4 touchdown passes tonight. He's got 2 conversion runs. He has been everything and then some for this Columbus team tonight. Does he have magic left in? And we'll see.
The box is
First
stacked.
down, back, play fake, has pressure, avoids the rush, looking, throws, and that ball is going to be caught. Reception is made by number 9. That is Elijah Usher. Usher has a touchdown earlier tonight. He makes the catch. Gets the ball to around the original line of scrimmage.
That's what you need. That blitz is a disaster. You have to force Columbus to put 2 or 3 or 4 even running backs behind the line of scrimmage so that they only have 1 or 2 options downfield to pass the ball to. And I think this is the key to success here in this overtime for Hitchcock. Sell out to the blitz, do or die time. You're in overtime. You have the advantage with 7 on the board, over 37-30. You have to force Columbus to beat you. You have to play like you're the number 1 team as we see a timeout right here.
And it's a timeout by Columbus. They're going to use their 1 timeout here. We've got a wild one, 37-30. This thing has had more loops and roller coaster rides than Disneyland. We've had a doozy. Hitchcock led 13-0, trailed 13-14, lost their star quarterback. They end up taking a 30-14 lead, then all of a sudden Columbus comes back 16 unanswered, and now we're in overtime. Hitchcock gets the first score. Will it be the last score of what has been a wild night here at Hitchcock ISD Stadium?
And Brandon, I tell you what I do if I'm Hitchcock. First of all, I'm bringing that blitz. Secondly, I'm putting the safety deep, and I'm telling him to watch the eyes of that QB. Now, whichever way his head goes, I start floating that way. They got an interception that way earlier. So you're just watching for that deep pass. You want to float to wherever that pass goes and provide coverage over the top on that receiver. That's my goal right here. You have to have someone deep, though, and they do. Number 1, deep back for safety.
Empty set for Schobel on second down.
Eyes to the left.
Throws, looking, and that ball is going to be incomplete. Good coverage. They let them go on that one. Good coverage by Brian Harris. He's got an interception tonight, and he has a huge stop right there.
Yeah, a lot of hand fighting on the way down, but both men looking back at the football, waiting for plays to be made. Both men looking back. I think that's the difference there. But you saw it there. That's the deep shot. You have to have the safety ready to make a move. Now, the thing that Columbus did well was they moved it all the way to the sideline, so the safety had no time to get there. Put your man in one-on-one situation. Watch the blitz here.
They've got the max protect for Schobel, so they might see a throw to the end zone here on third down. Schobel back, throws, looking, and he's going to be incomplete. They're going to say intentional grounding. Should be. Ball is at the 40. The officials are at the 40, and they're saying incomplete.
They're saying incomplete pass. Or they're saying it's a sack.
Oh, they're saying it's a sack.
He was down.
That is now 4th down and a bundle. It's score or none. It's you either score here or this ball game's over. Ball is spotted at the 39-yard line after a loss of 14.
If you're Hitchcock, this is the thing. They went protect on a scoring drive earlier. You've just given Columbus more room to work with. It's just an interesting situation. This is an interesting situation. I almost want to say they should bring one or two on the blitz anyway, but you've got to protect that end zone here.
Schobel rolling out, running around. Schobel's just got to throw this ball away. Looking. Heaves the ball up. Looking in the end zone. And is. Oh, my God, are you kidding me? Oh, my God. God!
Double covered. Jumps up and pulls it down. The man of the hour, Braylon Edward. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Braylon Fisher, excuse me, had two men back there. Made a move around. Oh, how do you call that? Oh, my goodness. Folks.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh.
Brandon, we got to throw the coffin away and get a new one.
Exactly.
Oh, my goodness.
Matt Schobel wears number 8, but he's got 9 lives.
Oh, my goodness.
An all-important extra point here. No, it looks like they're going for 2.
Oh, my goodness.
They do not want to
Fasten
go
your
double
seatbelts,
overtime.
folks. This is it.
Here we go. Man in motion. Schobel rolls out, steps, throws, and knocked away. Did he get it?
Knocked away.
Hitchcock holds on. Hitchcock holds on. Oh, my God. What a game.
Upset City, number 5. The Hitchcock Bulldogs move to 7-1 with the upset win over number 1 Columbus, who moves down to 7-1. Oh, my goodness. It was the final play. They said do or die, and the O must go. My goodness. Hitchcock pulls out the victory, 37-36 here at home.
And it's appropriate that they get a 1-point win in the last play of the game, considering their only loss this season came here at home on the last play of the game.
No doubt about it. That's how you show up. You talk about it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Both teams fight, fight, fight. Oh, my goodness. Heartbreak for Columbus. The final play, they decide to go for it. They don't play to keep going. They said we play to win the game, and Hitchcock takes it away, batting the ball down in the end zone. With a backup quarterback, Hitchcock finds a way to hold on and pick up the win over a team that blew them out by 28 points last year. Game of the week, Brandon?
Game of the year.
Whew. Both games in Hitchcock have been phenomenal this year.
They have
Both
been.
games.
Wow.
Folks.
Wow. I got nothing left.
Over
After a game like that.
900 people tuning in to the Clear Life Media Game of the Week. Folks.
Thank you.
Thank you. This has been a blast.
This has been. Oh, my God. If every week it'd be like this.
Now,
but
tell
then
you
again,
what,
you don't want them like this because
whew,
one would probably pass out, or number 2, you rarely get games like this. But like I said earlier, when you do get a game like this, you cherish every moment of it.
No doubt about it. And folks, we thank you for being here for it. We thank you for cherishing this moment with us. Folks, once again, the final score in overtime, 37-36. The Hitchcock Bulldogs, number 5 in the state, beat the number 1 Columbus Cardinals. For Brandon Williams, I'm Clay Roberts, the Clear Life crew, and we thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next week here at Clear Life Media.